What's up? It's been 3 motherfucking weeks, y'all. What's going on in the USA? We about to talk about it. Shout out to a few people before I get started. Shout out to the Green Gorilla, I see you. Jam Far 777, I see you. Romello, thanks for the Cash App. All right, my man Rob, what's going on? All right, shout out to my man K Williams, I see you. All right, and the girl Toya, I see you. Shout out. Shout out to Marvel 318 318. What's poppin'? Fresh out of London, nigga. Demonetized. Ain't gonna be no super chat. Ain't gonna be no super chat, y'all. So, for those asking, the Cash App is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Keep it 100. Right there. Right there. Right there. There you go. There you go. It's gonna come back around. Cash App is Keep It 100. I gotta shout somebody else out on the Cash App tip. Let me know if y'all send them Cash Apps through, because I gotta keep these notifications on, and I gotta shout out people that send me the Cash Apps. All right, I ain't mad at the Cash Apps, y'all. Right? Check this out, though. There's so much to say, man. There's so much to say. What's poppin', everybody? Are we in the building? We got 21 people in here. 21 people. What up? Vegas Dab, I see you. Shout out to my motherfuckers who are in the building. Okay? More, we gonna talk about everything. I ain't got nowhere to be in the morning. Shout out to my man. Alright, my man Asante Baby, the Truth Show. Alright. Toya. Hit me with the Cash App. Let me open up this Cash App app. Cash App app. All right. I want to also shout out Cincinnati Red. He sent me a Cash App earlier this week. It was maybe a day or two ago. All right. But since we ain't got no super chats, I'm gonna be reading motherfuckers' comments. All right. So yeah, man. YouTube has demonetized me for doing what everybody else is fucking doing on YouTube. All right? What everybody else is doing on YouTube, everybody else is reposting shit as a short. I didn't know that was violation. Everybody's doing it. I scroll through my shorts feed, I see 50 Cent and this one and that one and shit from TikTok and shit from this and that. and motherfuckers is living. I'm going to people's videos. They got music playing on their shit. They got all type of shit. And I'm seeing ads rolling on their shit. By the way, this is a whiskey glass, but this is not whiskey, niggas. Okay? This is shout out to Gold Peak Tea. All right, Gold Peak Tea. The sugar free. Anyway, I'm seeing all this shit on other people's shit. And motherfuckers is living. All right, let me highlight some of these comments, man. I don't want to get too deep before I highlight some comments. All right, my man Romello says, welcome back, son. All right. My man says, my man D-Rock says, salute, keep it 100. Hey, salute, nigga. All right, shout out to my man Robbie Rob. Like he always says on his channel, go follow Keep It 100. Well, go follow Rob. Go follow my man Rob. Blacklight Revelations. Sub to the channel. It's not going to cost you shit. It's free, niggas. Okay? It's free. Just click the sub button. All right? Let my man live on your feed. It's all good. You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? You might like his content. You know what I mean? He gets real deep and shit. But you got a lot of other shit on your feed that you don't fuck with. So add my man, yo. And I'm not saying don't fuck with him. I'm saying add him. Check him out. Give him, you know what I'm saying? All right, shout out a few people. Shout out some more people. Gender Warlord says, the man, the myth, the articulate asshole. Welcome back. Shout you out. All right. My man, Brotherly Love 215. You already know. Toy is in the building. All right. Got to shout out everybody. My man, Maul, Jam Far, 777. Back again. All right. Hey, man, it's the Green Gorilla channel, man. In the building. Green Gorilla's in the building, motherfuckers. All right, that's my Green Gorilla impression right there. Shout out to K Williams in the building again. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hannibal. All my usual suspects is here. All right. They asking me about London. We gonna talk about London. Got a British flag and the shit. All right. Shout out to Officer of the Goddamn Law. All right. And shout out to Mr. Punch and Pie. All right. My man Masande Bay. You know, some people got 2 shout outs. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, we up in here. Every time I want to do a video about some shit, some other goofy shit happens. Okay. Some other goofy shit happens with some goofy nigga on YouTube or whatever. I got to address this or address that. Shout out to my man Marty McFly, Mr. Shiny Belt Buckles is in the building. If I had an applause button, I'll press it right now. My man Shiny Belt Buckles, Mr. AI himself. You know what I'm saying? My man Marty McMotherfucking Fly. Okay. Strata 5. That nigga's in the building. D Scott is in the building. All right. What's going on, people? See, let me tell you something, man. Monetization, it's all good. I did Facebook for 12 years. You don't get money. And before they started paying niggas on Facebook. Oh, my nigga. Mark was good. Yeah, this is my man from the hood. Shout out to Mark. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Madman Marquise is in the building. What's going on, brother? All right. So I did Facebook for 12 years and they make a fucking dime. This YouTube shit, I don't give a fuck if they pay me or not. If y'all want to send me cash apps, I ain't gonna stop you. The shit is on the screen. I ain't about to stop the broadcast for donation. But what I will say is this was what I want from you guys. This is what I want from you guys. Now, in the past month or 2 months or whatever, I went from 2,000 something, almost 3,000 subs to 8,000 subs. 8,000 subs. A lot of them subs did not come from live streams. They came from shorts. All right. Shorts that ain't got shit to do with what we speak about on here. All right. So those people do not translate to this crowd. If you look, it's 41 people in here. It's not nowhere near 8,000 motherfuckers in here. So this is what I want from motherfuckers in terms of support. You come in here, click the like. That's what I want. I want that like click. And the other thing that I would like motherfuckers to do, all right? Because I got a lot of haters. The truth gets hate. When you say some true shit, not just female haters, but men haters too. I got a lot of haters. The only way to combat the haters is engagement. So engage my shit, please. If you fuck with me, engage my shit. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up immediately. When you get the notification, hit the thumbs up. Okay, that's number one. Number two, whatever your favorite video is, whatever your favorite clip, share it somewhere. All right, share it somewhere. I don't give a fuck. Share it with your man. Yo, this nigga talk wild shit. Send it to your man. Yo, share that shit. Okay, all right. Monetization. I get no monetization for 1 month. They tell me, yo, you know what? Reapply for the shit. It towards the end of March. It's a month. I don't give a fuck. I'm not making millions from YouTube. But at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, I like coming on here. I fucks with y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is like coming on here and shooting the shit with my niggas. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes motherfuckers who ain't invited to the party will show up. It's all good. Either they fuck with it or they don't. Community tab is crazy. Y'all already know if I'm not on these videos, I'm doing a community tab post. The Instagram is KeepItOneHunned with 3 N's. All right. So fuck with that. And let's go. But that's what I want. When I come on here and I ask for support, I want engagement. Engagement. Let Google pay me if anybody's gonna pay me. If y'all want to throw a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? I'll show a little leg and y'all throw me some dollars. It's all good, but I'm not stressing niggas' pockets. I want engagement. I want engagement. I want likes, shares, comments. Talk that shit in the comments. Whatever you want to do. Spread the motherfucking word. Keep It 100 is here. All right. I don't want to feel like, because my shit was rising and it stopped. Like right now, we at 8 some odd subs, and that shit been the same way for a few weeks now. All right. I'm not blaming it on nobody. I'm just saying, like, YouTube is not working with me right now based on a few things. So if we're gonna grow, all I need y'all is to press some buttons. Just press some buttons. That's all. That's all I'm asking. I ain't telling you, give me your rent money. Just press some buttons. That's it. Other than that, we can go into our shit. Now let's go into it. Let's go into it. Right? Shout out to Bernard Riley, because I'll be addressing a conversation that Bernard had earlier this week on this channel. Shout out to BGS Idmore, who just did a video that I'm going to reference in a few. Shout out to my man Green Gorilla hitting me up like, hey, man, you okay, man? You know what I'm saying? Gigi talked me off the ledge, y'all. You know what I'm saying? After the D Hive, you know what I'm saying, stunning my growth. We know who the D Hive is. I'm not about to say what D stands for, but we know the D Hive came for Mr. Marcus. Okay? Not that Mr. Marcus. Right? So the D Hive came through, and I did a Dave Chappelle. I didn't go to Africa. I went to London. Who in here from London? Who's in here from London? Is anybody in here from London? Is anybody in here from London? I'm going to tell you, because I got a London story. I got a few London stories. Shout out to London. Shout out to the UK. Does the sun ever come out that motherfucker, man? Like, does it ever come out? Every day look like a fucking rainy day and shit. Marvel 318. Hey, does the sun ever come out that motherfucker, Marvel? Every day is a fucking cloudy fucking day. They were not kidding when they talking that London fog shit. That shit never comes out. Every day is gray as shit. Gray as shit. That shit is the desaturation every day. I thought New York was bad. No, New York fucking weather compared to London weather. I mean, outside of snow, right? Yeah, these motherfuckers don't get no sun. You might get a little peak, you get a little hole in the cloud in the sun. You see the sun real quick, and then that shit gone. No direct fucking sunlight. Y'all motherfuckers out there gotta take their vitamin D. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy, man. I'm like, yo, this shit is real. This shit is real. That's the first thing I noticed. Landing, you going through the clouds and it's rainy already. Like, god damn, this shit, they wasn't lying. They wasn't lying. And I'm in Vegas where this is hardly a day the sun don't come out. Even when it's fucking wet out here, then the sun might come out later. That's number one. Okay. Now for the passport bros. London's a first world country. So anybody that's like, oh, you going to countries and where bitches is broke to take advantage. No, London's a first world country. Actually, the British pound sterling is more than the dollar. And you go in the store and the bottle of soda, right? Their Coca-Cola is smaller than our bottle of Coca-Cola. And it costs the same price in pounds, but it's more dollars. Like it's $1.25 or no, it's a £1.25. Like it's £1.25, £1.50. It's £1.50. My English sucks, okay? I'll talk shit. £1.50. But that shit work like it's more. Like, nigga, you paying a couple dollars. You paying movie theater prices for a smaller bottle of soda in London. All right. So everybody gonna be asking me the Cash App. Cash App is KeepItOneHunned. Scrolling at the bottom, the Cash App. I don't want to start sounding like these motherfuckers. Yo, man, hit the Cash App, man. Support the channel. I don't want to do that. And yo, look, I'm not putting down nobody because yo, this shit is work. This shit is work. Don't get it twisted. This shit is work. Okay. All right. My man said, Lord Johnson 48 said, dog, I tried to ride with this channel. Let me tell you, shout out to you, Lord Johnson. Me and Lord Johnson done had a couple of conversations on the community tab. I remember you, right? Shout out to you. Let me tell you something, bro. Oh, Marvel, I'm gonna shout you out in a second. Let me tell you something. Everybody who, you know, fucks with other channels, I won't name them, right? Everybody who fucks with other channels and fucks with me, let me tell you something. I'm not here to lie. I'm not here to tell niggas what they want to hear. I'm not the male Derek Jackson. I'm not here to tell you, you know, come as you are. Shout out to Rob. I see you. Rodimus 32. I see you, bro. All right. Shout out to Marvel 318 for that Cash App. I just got that notification, brother. I appreciate you. Okay. Understand this. I'm not, and I was just discussing this. I'm not somebody that I want my channel to grow on bullshit. We seen a lot of motherfuckers come to YouTube saying one thing. Then when they don't experience no growth, they change their strategy by changing their message. Okay. It's not in me to do that. I don't look, I can't do it. I can't do that shit. I'm sorry. Motherfuckers say, you know, you should do this and niggas this, niggas that. And then, you know, to be honest, yo, and this shout out to Hassani, Bishop X. I don't know if he's in here. But check this out. I got a lot of motherfuckers who halfway fuck with me, right? They fuck with what I'm talking about. They don't like that it's coming out of my mouth because for the same reason other guys get support. Guys, you know, just like women, they want somebody they can resonate with. In other words, and I hate to put it in plain terms, right? I just hate to put it in plain terms. Motherfuckers feel like they need the dude that when they was in school getting called the lame, the other guy that there was their man getting called the lame too, that's the dude that should be delivering this message, right? Shout out to Dr. T. Dr. T is in the building. Dr. T, I'm addressing a lot today, right? I ain't gonna say no names. This ain't no roast fest for nobody, okay? Okay, I done learned. Dr. G said, that's what you get, motherfucker. Coming in here roasting niggas. Ain't supposed to be roasting niggas. You the new nigga. I'm just saying, man. I'm here to tell the truth. All right. I operate on a loyalty based hierarchy. Not because you got more subs. I don't give a fuck about subs. I don't give a fuck about subs. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep telling niggas, yo, I shut this shit down tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, what I cannot do is yo, you got dudes whose whole strategy, they saying a bunch of shit on YouTube that they don't even believe, that they don't even live by, because they know that's what works. You got a lot of guys like that. I'd rather not do it. I'd rather not do it. Or I'd rather do something else. I'd rather talk about films or cameras or lenses or some shit like that. Shit that's, in my repertoire. I'd rather not do it. There's a lot of guys that come online and they say a bunch of safe shit that works and it's good for demographics and it's clickbait and all this other shit. I don't like to play those games. I come here, and if it's 56 people in here right now, if 56 people fuck with me on a Saturday night, that's good enough for me. I don't have to be the next nobody. I don't have to be the next Kev. I don't have to be the next this one, the next that one, because everybody want to be the next somebody. Soon as somebody lose their seat, soon as somebody pass away, soon as somebody quit, motherfuckers is looking to take their place. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to be the first Marcus and the last Marcus. Period. So I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit that niggas is doing. Dudes that been on YouTube for 10 years plus years, that when they started on here, they wasn't saying the shit that they saying today, because either their circumstances changed or their strategy changed. Period. I've been talking this shit since high school. Before there was an internet, before there was a red pill, before there was a MGTOW, before any of this shit, I've been talking this shit. Okay, so shout out to the docs is in the building. Like I said before, they are the guys for the decorum. I am not. Shout out to my man Maul. Appreciate that Cash App. Appreciate all of y'all with the Cash Apps, man. Y'all killing me over here. Because YouTube, they shut my shit down for a month. I appreciate you. All right. I see Toya. Yeah, Toya got the wrench. So Toya is posting the link. All right. I appreciate all the love. So I'm back from England. Okay, so back to my passport bros in reference to London. Okay. The racial dynamic in the UK is not like the US. What you talk about, Marcus? What you talk about, Marcus? So this is what I'm going to tell you. This, and we're going to discuss Michael B. Jordan. This, and Marvel, you've been to the UK, so you tell me if I'm lying. This, you corny if you date white women shit. It's not like that over there. It's not like that. All right? Yo, I ain't been in the country an hour, and white girls is looking at a nigga. Understand, I'm not used to that. Okay? I'm not used to that. It's different. That's a different thing. It's a different thing. White girls is giving me looks. I'm on a train, and they look at this girl. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This shit is weird to me, man. The white girls, they don't give a fuck about that, all that interracial shit. Oh, the US and Umar Johnson bullshit. That shit is non-existent over there. The black girls fuck with white boys. Nobody give a fuck. White girls fuck with black dudes. Nobody give a fuck. That shit is regular. You know what I'm saying? You be on your top boy shit. White girl, you know what I'm saying? It's regular. It's regular. right? I swear to God, I'm like, oh shit, this shit is crazy. So I went out there first of all to see London, right? Secondly, I have a friend, 28 years. This is a female, right? It's not an ex-girlfriend, an ex-jump off, none of that. I know this girl since I'm in my early 20s, right? So I went to kick it with her, and the plan was for her to show me London and show me this and Brixton and all this. I ain't never make it to Brixton. Sorry. I never made it to Brixton. But yo, it's just I asked her, I said, yo, what's up with the racial dynamic out this motherfucker? Like, oh, I got out there like, yo, this white girls is extra friendly. I go to the store. At one point, I went to the store. I swear to God, I'm not making this shit up. I went to the store and I used my debit card because you could use your debit card out there. You from America, you use your debit card and it converts your dollars to the pounds, right? So I swipe my shit and my shit ain't working because I got to get on the app to activate my international spending, right? I got to activate that. It was not activated, right? So while I'm struggling with that because I'm outside, my phone ain't working because I ain't, T-Mobile people. T-Mobile, right? So at the store, and I step back because there's a line behind me, and this girl just pays for all my shit. This white girl just pays for all my shit. Okay? Right. Mind you, Passport Bros is about, broke bitches who starving and need your American dollars, right? But you go to the first world countries and you get this love out of nowhere. Like she just did it. I'm not bullshitting you. So I go tell my homegirl, I say, yo, this girl just paid for all my shit at the store. Right? Because you're a black guy from America, you stand out. So I got my Yankee hat on, you know what I'm saying? I got my Brooklyn swag, I guess. This girl pays for my shit. So there goes the argument that, oh, they're only fucking with you because you have money. Marvel says Germany is the same way. I heard. See, bro, I'm gonna tell you, Marvel is one thing to hear about it. Like I heard about these things. You hear about this stuff. Just like I heard about DR all these years, right? But yo, when you leave this country, now I spoke about the third world. Now I'm talking about the first fucking world. When you leave this country, that's why fucking Tina Turner ain't bring her ass back here for a while, right? You leave this country, shit is different. I remember being in Japan, right? Which precedes this. I went to Japan again. And I'm in Japan. I'm walking through the electronics store. So I hit my brother. So talking to my brother. Shout out to my brother 7. I'm talking to my brother. And in a conversation, he says, you be careful out there, bro. And I said, no, you be careful out there. Ain't no guns out here, motherfucker. Ain't no guns out here. Ain't no police shootings. The police don't have guns in Japan. And guess what? They ain't got guns in the UK neither. So the cops ain't finna shoot your ass in neither one of these countries. So for you passport bros, pussy is not the only reason to get the fuck out of here. Okay? I want to let you know. First world, second world, third world, eighth world. The treatment about to be different. Now, is there racism in these countries? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it ain't that shit we dealing with. It ain't that shit we dealing with, y'all. Yeah, Vegas. Vegas, as you said, no guns is like an alternate universe for us. Yeah. And I'm looking for them. I'm looking at the cops like, where y'all heats at? Where's the heats at? Y'all ain't got no guns. Y'all chase a nigga down or some shit. Like, hold that nigga on the floor. But it's like I said, man. So Wannabe Bistic asked me Japan versus UK, which is better. It's almost an unfair question because of the story I'm about to tell. Now, Madman Marquise, right? You still in the building? Because Mark goes back with me as long as the female that I'm about to talk about. He probably, and you probably, Mark, you still in here? So as I wait for him to pop up, right? I'm gonna say this: it's unfair for me to say which one is better because I wasn't in the UK long enough and I didn't do enough to judge it. But as it stands, I'm going with Japan. As it stands, I'm going with Japan. I like sunlight, right? Not only that, everything about Japan is more convenient. Okay, everything about Japan is more convenient. This is what I told people. I said, Japan is like being in Times Square squared. Okay, so if you from New York, if you ever been to New York, you ever seen Times Square? Times Square, Tokyo is Times Square City. And London is like Brooklyn. It's an older place, right? Older meaning infrastructurally, it's older. It's an older place, right? So yeah, shout out to my man Mark. I don't know if you're still there, but yeah, me and Mark. So I'm gonna talk about my homegirl. I ain't gonna say her name in here, but she's from the UK. So Mark, if you're there, that's who we talking about. Our friend from the UK. So I go see my homegirl in the UK. She done been to Vegas. She done kicked it with us. She kicked it with me and my people and all of us. You know what I'm saying? I let her stay at my spot. She had the whole spot to herself. I wasn't even here. She had the whole spot to herself. Another year, she came out here. She got into some shit with homegirl at the hotel room. Had to get the fuck up out of there. Guess who had to go get her? I went to go get her. Rescued her from that situation. She might have been the wrong person in that situation. I went to get her from there. Brought her up out of there, took her to my man's Airbnb. Shout out to my man Big Rob, my man. You know who my man is because it's our man in common, right? Mike said, "Tell us about the big booty Desi bitches." Yeah, we'll get into that, right? Because the white girls in the UK got some ass. I'm gonna tell you this shit now. Okay, so I see you, Mike. So I'm thinking, I done held my girl down. She done came to America 3 times. When I go out to England, she gonna hold me down. She gonna hold me down. I get out there. This is just a black girl. Black girl, UK, Jamaican background. Okay? Jamaican background, black girl in the UK. But she spent a lot of time out here. Spent a lot of time out here. Every day, except for the first day. Because the first day, she was happy to see me like fucking Dino from the Flintstones, happy to see Fred jumping all over. You out here. Finally. He's been inviting me to the UK for years and years and years. Finally went out there because I'll be busy, motherfucker. I'll be busy. So I get out there. First day, she happy to see me. But the rest of the time I was, the other 2 of the 3 days that I was out there, every day was a fucking argument. It's an argument. And I gotta be right, you wrong, you don't know more, this and that. I get to feel how I feel. You can't tell me how to feel. Argument. And the level went from here to here. And then flights get pushed up. And then the motherfucker has to run to the airport and get the fuck out the country. That bitch, Austin Hollerman me out the fucking UK. It sounds like a Brooklyn Yardie. That's exactly. A nigga got Austin Hollerman out the UK. Going crazy. The text messages in my WhatsApps going bananas. I had to get the fuck out of there. Because in UK, they got these brownstone type setups. So she's on the second floor, her brownstone, and this chick is going ham so loud. The building is hearing you. Every time I tell niggas this story, y'all was fucking? No. Right. She liked to argue. So I sent that bitch to law school. Gigi, you don't know how close to the truth you are. Because the bitch went to law school. Only problem is, drop my cigar, nigga. Can't argue with me. And they get mad when they can't argue with me. I actually have recorded. I recorded one of the debates. You better not post that debate. I recorded one of our back and forths because she kept saying, I ain't say that. No, I'm gonna record this motherfucker. I recorded the whole back and forth. So some of y'all going to get to hear me murder. Matter of fact, I might post it on Patreon coming soon, motherfuckers. Fuck YouTube. Suck my dick, YouTube, Google. Okay? But, yeah, she law school. Got all the law books on the fucking shelf and shit and still losing arguments. You think you're perfect. You're so entitled. You think you're perfect. Like you shit there. I'm like, I ain't even do shit to you. You know what I'm saying? My man said, "Well, get old school Clint Eastwood vibes, this cigar classic OG." Yo, shout out to you, brother. Yo, I didn't even say shit. Like everything is misogyny. Everything is just misogyny. It feels like misogyny. How does something feel like misogyny? What I did, my mistake one night was scrolling through Instagram and stopped on an Andrew Tate video. Oh my God, nigga, what the fuck did I do that for? Oh, everything he says feels like misogyny. How the fuck can something feel like misogyny? I kind of get that a little bit, but at the end of the day, because it's like some, you know, yeah. Oh, she was getting upset. My man said, I want to go just to copy the accent. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that shit. Oh, don't do that. No. Don't copy the accent. No. Stop copying my accent. You're mocking me. Oh, that was a problem. Said Marcus knows how to get under these chicks' skin. I don't know how to not. I don't know how to not. Brandy, you just in time. Brandy, shout out to my girl, Brandy B. So, yo, old girl going in. She going crazy. Got so loud. And I'm trying to do everything to calm this motherfucker down. I'm bringing little cupcakes and little sweets and shit to the crib. I'll step out. Where you going? Like, whoa, slow down, shorty. Slow down. Starting to think something else is going on here. Where you going? Went to see Big Ben, stepped out the train station, Westminster Station. Westminster. Let me say it right. Step out, Big Ben, right there, right? As soon as I step into Wi-Fi, I'm getting all these fucking texts. Shit was bananas. Shit was bananas, man. I'm like, damn. These white girls treat me so nice. I'm staying with the angry black woman. Like, the angry black woman is a stereotype. Well, goddamn, you could have fooled me. I'm in the UK. I'm in the UK. And bitch, you making it feel like Brooklyn. And no, they do not have citywide Wi-Fi. Again, right now, Japan is running circles around Britain, in my opinion. While I renew my passport, I probably will be in Japan again before I'm in the UK. I don't know when I'm gonna go back. I would like to see the city, but that shit ain't exciting. Like, yo, red buses all over the place, red 2-story buses all over that motherfucker. You go downtown, you see a bunch of cathedral-looking buildings and old shit, right? But I'm just saying, I'm not about the old shit. I like the technology and the bright lights and the color and the convenience of Japan. I'm not saying they don't have any Wi-Fi. Hey, look, if you step into a Starbucks, but Japan, when you're outside, they have Wi-Fi. Walking around, shit don't be the best Wi-Fi, but it's there. You sign into it, and it works in this area. Then you go into another area, and there's more Wi-Fi over there. It's a different network, and then the stores have Wi-Fi and this and that. I don't know. I'm not sure. So did you check out the reggae spots, bro? I didn't do shit. And if it was up to Shorty, I would have been there in the house every day, just doing nothing with the cloudy weather outside and going nowhere. I had plans, and plans turned into plans to leave. See, the difference with me, right, is like I told my man, because my man, shout out to my man, where he at? I don't know if he in here, 21, Deuce 21. Deuce, my man Deuce. Deuce will say, Deuce said to me, my man Deuce, he tells me, yo, man, after I tell him the story, yo, just go back in there. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't tripping no more, just brush it off your shoulder, let it go, stay out there. Cause I was like, yo, nigga, I think I might have to get the fuck up out of here. Right? Nah, man, don't bounce on her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know each other too long, this and that. Right? Shout out to Carlton Banks. All right, I see you. Talk a little bit about Japan, because I got another Japan video, so I don't want to make this all about Japan, because I did Japan. But check this out. So no, there was no cheek clapping. Okay, call my man up. Shout out to my man. My man said, "Yo, man, don't have no babies." I said, "Babies, nigga, slow down." Just so understand, right? Spent most of my 30s, 20s, and 30s being a male whore. Okay, I'm very stingy with dick nowadays. Very stingy and very selective. Okay, ask Brandy, she'll tell you. She's been around. She knows my steez, right? Very selective and stingy and funny when it comes to whose cheeks get clapped. Shout out to Mega. I see you. Hit the like as you come in the stream. I need them likes. YouTube is hating on me right now. I need them likes. She needed some cheeks clap. I do some Home Alone shit, because that's it. That's the only cheeks I'm gonna clap. I'm gonna clap them with my hands. At the end of the day, I had to get the fuck out of there. I don't stick around for drama. I encourage you, gentlemen, at the first sign of drama, get the fuck out of there. Let me tell you, the last thing I wanted was for me to be in the UK, her screaming and yelling. Somebody calls the coppers, right? So then the coppers come, right? And then I'm in the whatever they call it, in the galley, or whatever this shit is called, in the clink, or whatever they call it in the UK. Okay, it's time to fly out. So before either the coppers or the Utes or Mandem or whoever show up, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Mandem, man on road man, right? Before they need a top boy show up, Duchesne, you know what I'm saying? Scully. Am I saying it right? No, Scully is Snowfall. You know what I'm saying? Before Duchesne Hill shows up, I gotta go. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. What's going on here, bro? Nah, I gotta be out before all that crazy shit. Before all that crazy shit happens, pushed up my shit, jumped on the plane, man them. Before man them come, man them. Nah, fuck that. Got the fuck up out of there, flew to New York. It's time to go. Brothers, when the drama pop, first I left, I stepped out. Came back. Shout out to Jaws, I see you. Came back, started that shit up again. Started packing my shit. 4 o'clock flight, I'm out of here. Mm-hmm. Looked at the flight at the Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? Made my arrangements while I was on the Wi-Fi. Got the fuck out of there. Y'all motherfuckers got to get out like Jordan Peele. Okay? Get out like Jordan Peele. Said the movie Snatch should have gave you warning bells. Hell yeah. Sully is the name, you know? Said, why not a hotel? Nah. At that, no. Nah, it's time to go. It's time to go. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty last minute. It was late in the day. You know what I mean? My mood was too shot. My mood was too shot. Like at that point, because mind you, this is somebody I know for almost 30 years. 30 years. I know this person for 30 years. Right? And I'm tight. I'm like, just imagine how you feel about this. Again, this ain't no girlfriend. This is, the homie. I was like, nah, man, I'm out. Like my whole mood for England at that point was shot. So, got on the plane, went to New York, got the fuck out of there. Now, like I said, Passport Bros, it's another place that you will be treated different. Okay? It's another place that you will be treated different. Lock, stock. And shout out to Guy Ritchie. He has another film out right now that I'm going to check out. Dr. T, I'm going to see Ant-Man and what you call it tomorrow, Creed. And I want to also go see the new Guy Ritchie film. And I want to go there before you do a review on it. Because I want to watch his shit, but I'm like, damn, I can't watch his shit until I watch the movie. My man, Tia Johnson, Doc is in the building. Doc walking out the movie theater going live like that shit was trash, y'all. Don't fuck with it. Walking out the theater, like out the door, movie review. Like, goddamn, Doc, the shit been out 5 minutes. Damn, look, wait, hold on, slow down. Let the weekend pass first, so we can all see it, and then we can convene on Monday and all talk about it. Doc buy the first showing ticket. If the movie dropped Wednesday, Doc in there Wednesday, and by Friday, the fucking full spoiler review is on YouTube. Like, this nigga gets killed, this nigga die, he a bitch, that shit was trash, and the women ran shit, and the niggas was weak. and y'all don't need to fuck with this shit. It's more propaganda. I've never roasted Dr. T. Hassan on a video. This is fun. When I say roasted, that's my man. So don't get it twisted. This is not that, okay? But that's my man, right? I never roasted you. You can't. That's what they. You can't. We talk about other niggas. No, fuck it. You can't roast. You can't roast BGS. You can't roast the doc. You just some names. You know what I'm saying? You've been in violation. But anyway, let's get to this Michael B. Jordan situation. Let's get to this Michael B. Jordan situation, man. The word corny is starting to become as interchangeable as the other words that women use to shame niggas. You know, whether it be you know, incel or lame or whatever, right? There's all these words that you get called, right? You know, and it's getting to a point where it's like, yo, like they are the arbiters of what manhood is in the culture. You motherfuckers like the gatekeepers of what is cool for a motherfucker to be. So if they disagree with anything you do, and this is not new, they're like, he's corny. Okay. Now we've had the discussions about Russell and shit like that. I don't think that Michael B. Jordan is anywhere close to a Russell Wilson. Now, does corny exist? Yes, it does. But this, anything we don't like is corny, or if you do something we don't like, or if you live in a life we don't like, or if you ain't bang bang shoot 'em up, if your whole life ain't about that, you ain't super street and tough and gangster, right? Then you corny. And then niggas is, yeah, he's corny because he disrespected a black woman. That's a female, right? Joe Budden, right? So I'm supposed to pretend that these bitches wasn't talking shit about me on the radio, because everybody talk about, oh, he must have remembered high school. No, they called him corny on the radio. They called him corny on the show. I don't have the clip to play for y'all, but they called him corny. The other chick called him corny, and then this girl said, oh yeah, we know him from high school. I know him from school, and he used to come to school with his scripts and this and that or whatever. So he was corny, right? Because he had a plan. Motherfuckers is corny. This is one girl's like, he know where his birth. He looked like he know where his birth certificate is. And then we're confused about why black men aspire to degeneracy. Shout out to BGS because we had this conversation. Shout out to Forrest McLeod, which is he's making an argument that I made. It's a prolific woman abuser. Then you got the other motherfucker that's on YouTube. I don't know his name. He got all the tattoos up under here talking about, hey, King, give her your whole check, King. He ain't corny, but then they put his rap sheet up and this motherfucker beating the shit out of women. So let me get this straight. I just want to understand this, right? And it's been said, but I'm going to say it here, right? So as long as I call you a queen, right? Long as I praise you, long as I call you goddess, I can shit, piss, and slap the shit out of you. Right? I can shit on you, piss on you, slap the shit out of you. Long as I talk to you nice. Is that how that works? This motherfucker got, more DV on their record. But these are the saviors of the hood. Another woman posts, I wish I could pull it up. I'll post it in the community tab. All these, my shit, my switch ain't cooperating with me. But this woman posts that the niggas in suits are doing as much crime as the street niggas. No. Incorrect. Okay? Incorrect. I've been in and out and around law enforcement. That's bullshit. Shout out to my man, Masante Bay. We got a term that we use. He knows where I'm going when we describe, because they try, the guys who do this, the street niggas are just as bad as the college niggas. So we got a term that we coined called the Harvard graduate. The Harvard graduate. So when we post an article of a motherfucker with a rap sheet that's either whipping black women ass or abusing her kids and all this other shit, we like, oh, there go another Harvard graduate. Bay knows what I'm talking about. Harvard graduate. So motherfuckers out here with the 6-figure jobs and the bachelor's or master's degrees, they are killing as many black women or putting hands on as many black women. And we can go, shout out to Gigi, we can go into the dynamics of even how that works. Even that is nuanced, but it's nowhere near equal. It's nowhere near equal. These lame dudes that these women are not liking, what they would prefer, a lot of them, is niggas put hands on them. You got to handle me. You got to put me in my place. Well, how do you think that happens? You better stay in your place, bitch. No, that's not how that takes place. We know what they do. We know what they mean when they say that. You got to handle me. Handle. Not speak to me. Not discuss. They want to be handled, nigga. When you hear a girl talking about, I need a man that can handle me, what it means is if you don't whoop her ass, you lame, nigga. You lame. Okay? So Michael B. Jordan don't look like a nigga that's gonna beat a bitch ass, so he's corny. Michael B. Jordan don't look like a nigga that's gonna beat a nigga ass on a bitch command, so he's corny. That nigga look like he's aspiring to something, so he's corny. Corny. Chick gets online. Same chick from the radio show. Any black man who dates a white woman is corny to me. Okay. You know what's corny to us? High body counts. Multiple kids by multiple niggas with multiple felonies is fucking corny. Matter of fact, we got a word for you girls. Goofy. You bitches is goofy. How about that? We corny. You bitches is goofy. Y'all a goof troop. And y'all always stick together. Goofy. You know, the third man in Mickey Mouse's crew. Goof troop, bitch. Y'all some goofy bitches. So understand, when we ain't what you want, when men are not what you want, niggas is lame. Just understand, y'all bitches is goofy. When you don't measure up, this shit go back and forth. Understand, goofy. Understand that. Shout out to Carlton Banks. Just understand, he said corny is greater than goofy. Understand that the shit that we're goofy for is the shit y'all was calling in the Kevin show for 2 years about looking for. A nigga who knows where his birth certificate is. A nigga with a passport. A nigga with shit going on for him. It's the corny shit that you're looking for when your goofy shit fucks your life up. Goofy be seeking out corny. Yeah. Goofy through your whole 20s, and when you get 30, you looking for the corny nigga. The nigga with the 6 figures. How do you think that happens? These be the niggas coming to school with they motherfucking scripts, headshots. All of this shit, all this corny shit. And the niggas that's not corny, damn homie, in high school you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? That's your baby father. And how cool are them niggas in their 30s and 40s? Right? So corny niggas, and I do mean this according to the definition that women are using it under. Corny niggas is winning, because corny is still a real word. Corny still has a definition, but these women are changing the definition of that, just like they changed the definition of everything else. You know, human trafficking this means something different now. Everything else means something different. And change, you know, everything is this overcompensating definition now. This extreme shit. Shout out to Brandy. I would fuck with her. She, you know, everything's amazing. Wow, this is amazing. Girl, you look amazing. Like everything is all so fucking grandiose. Amazing, right? Amazing. Unicorns, right? Unicorns, right? Everything's extra and extreme and shit. Anything a nigga do that the chick don't like is corny. You get a woman, you know, it's cool, peace in his life. It's corny. So shout out to Janadrian. I posted something. Let me see if I could pull it up about you know what? I'm gonna save that because Doc. T Hassan still in the building. I don't know if he wanted to discuss that because I posted something about there's a woman who had sex with a 13-year-old, grown-ass woman, had sex with a 13-year-old, got pregnant, right? Got pregnant. And this little nigga gonna have to pay her child support. It ain't the first time that happened. They got a legal precedence that they follow now. Like, you know, these grown women can fuck boys and put them on the hook for child support. Now, as much as that Roe v. Wade shit, yeah, I'm gonna pull it up in a second. As much as that Roe v. Wade, girls talking about Roe v. Wade and abortion and this and that, right? And they mad because they feel like, you know, although the small percentage of, E-Rap. That's my name. I don't want to say the fruit name no more. E-Rap or E-Par. E-Par. I think this E-Par is the other word backwards. The amount of E-Par victims is like less than 1% who are getting abortions. They use E-Par as an argument for abortion. Now, mind you, I'm not. I'm pro-choice. Always have been. I don't give a fuck. Right. But in 2023, there's really no argument for abortion with all these ways to dodge the pregnancy in the first place. Right. But this ain't about that. The reason I say that is because I feel that if you're going to make a 13-year-old pay child support or be on the hook for child support, fucking minor. A minor can't even sign a contract. But you're going to put them on the hook for child support. If a 13-year-old has to pay child support to his abuser, mind you, we got girls out here selling pussy, then they robbed the nigga that they was getting money from selling pussy and then say, well, he E-Par'd me and get off from doing the time for the murder. Right? It isn't what is happening with these young boys the same as saying, okay, imagine a young girl, underage girl gets E-Par'd, right? And now, not only do you make her carry the child, but she has the co-parent with her attacker. Now, I want someone to tell me, in what parallel universe does any of this make sense? And oh yeah, and she got no jail time. No jail time. So let me pull this up, right? So y'all don't think I'm capping. Right? So, sex with young boy. So there's a case, right? Okay, so no jail time for woman who admitted having sex with a 13-year-old and having this baby. Let's pull this up. Let's pull it up. And this is why, again, passport brothers should be deeper than just, oh, I'm looking for a wife. It should also be, let's get the fuck out of here, right? So let me pull it up. Where's the tab? Oh, here it is. No jail time. All right. So no jail time. No jail time for women who admitted having sex with 13-year-olds. It's not only did she not get jail time, right? She didn't get jail time, and then he's going to be on hook for child support. So the victim's family is also looking ahead to the next steps of this case. They plan on asking the courts to give the 13-year-old custody of the baby. This is America. What you been swinging on? What you been singing on? What you been smoking on? This is America. This is America. This is America. My brother says, you be careful out there. No, nigga. You be careful out there. Right? So, yeah, they want custody because they don't want to pay this woman child support. This is what we still doing. This is a boy, a 31-year-old. Mind you, Marcus Houston getting all his heat. Leonardo DiCaprio getting all his heat. If you 40 and your girlfriend 35, you getting all this heat. I got chicks on my Facebook talking about 18 years old ain't grown. 19 years old ain't grown, right? 19 ain't grown. 20 ain't grown. We talking about, you know they talking about women. Cause when a nigga do some shit, he grown as fuck. That nigga 800 years old. They talking about women. You got the chick that they get gangbanged at the police department. She talking about she was groomed. These are the same chicks that when August Alsina came out with the Jada Pinkett, he grown. He in his 20s. He grown. Doesn't that kind of kill the argument that women develop faster or mature faster than men? 18-year-old motherfuckers in the service. 19-year-old motherfuckers in the army fighting wars, protecting y'all bitches' freedom. But 18, 19-year-old women are grown till an older nigga try to put a dig in them. These are the same bitches that was running up in these 25, 30-year-old niggas' cars when they was in high school. Fucking Nia Long, I was fucking a 30-year-old and my mother was cool with it. Meanwhile, R. Kelly rotten. R. Kelly sitting up because, and it all started because he had a bunch of 20-year-olds in his house. Now, mind you, I'm not giving all vindication to Kells because I saw the video from 20 years ago. Okay, I saw the video from 20 years ago. But Nia Long came out and said, yo, I was dating I had a 30-year-old boyfriend in high school. That's what she said. Nia Long had a 30-year-old boyfriend in high school. The bitch was Tina Turner. This little Nia Long was taking grown dick in high school. As long as mama say it's cool, it's cool. But let T.I. show up to see if his daughter fucking and he overstepping. She grown. You trying to control her body. You see, bae? You see, bae? These bitches are the gifts that keep on giving. Everybody say, well, T.I. should have kept his mouth shut and kept her business private. Yeah, that's the argument you fall back to when the other shit fails, like he wasn't supposed to be on his job. That's his biological daughter. Long as mama say it's cool, then daddy can do shit. Why? Because women own the children in America. If mama say it's cool to take grown dick, then it ain't illegal no more. And bae, this is a years-long argument between us. We've had this conversation about age of consent. It ain't about none of that bullshit. It's about what mama, co-signs. And mama be co-signing a lot of shit. There was a lot of little girls fucking drug dealers in the 80s for crack, for they mama. But we locking up niggas. Shout out to Aaron Peters. Yo, shout out to all my members. So check this out. Since I'm just a little break from the conversation, since I'm demonetized, everybody that was a member of this channel is now not a member. What I'm going to tell you, gentlemen, is this. In the future, I will be doing Patreon. Okay? Fuck with that. Fuck Google. Fuck them. Fuck them. Google, suck a dick. Patreon. It's already set up. It's coming. Y'all want to fuck with me? Y'all want to hear me talk wild, crazy shit that I ain't going to say on here? Patreon. Okay? And it'll be some other shit over there. All right? Patreon. Everybody else got Patreon. My Patreon's coming. So fuck YouTube membership. All right. You know, yeah. Again, everything else is open season, but fuck YouTube membership. These motherfuckers on some plantation shit anyway. All right. You know, on Patreon, I'm gonna put up some of the magazine shit. Anyway, getting back to the conversation. Everything is cool if the women co-sign it. It's cool if the women co-sign it. What am I, out of sync now? What the fuck going on? Everything is cool if the women co-sign it. If the women don't co-sign it, we predators, we traffickers, we corny, we lame. Don't matter what country you go to, you're gonna get treated different. All right. So now, yeah. So Michael B. Jordan, just to oh, somebody else sent me a Cash App. I got a shout out a Cash App person. I think it was DS. I don't want to say government names. Whoever sent me the Cash App. Whoever sent me the Cash App, make yourself known. DS. That's your initials. I'm not saying people's government names on this shit. So shout out to Tanya TKO. That shit's coming. That shit's coming. So, Marcus, what do London people think about American sidebar? I'm going to tell you, part of it, I wasn't there long enough, but just the way that I was treated, like my friend told me before she went left, she told me that they know when the motherfuckers from America, like we stand out to them. I didn't really get to kick it with nobody. I went to the, you know, I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn. We grew up on Jamaican fucking food. I went to the Jamaican spot to give me something to eat. And, you know, the girls in there were pretty excited to hear that I was from the US. Right. So, you know, it said Tanya is way worse. Yeah, I'm gonna drag Tanya into one of these lives. Me and Tanya have a long history, about more than 12 years. I know Tanya a long time, right? So moving right along, yeah. So yo, man, as much as I've been telling cats, bro, like, you know, when I tell you to raise, you know, whether your fitness level or your lifestyle level or whatever, this ain't about attracting these types of women. Again, women have made it, a lot of these women have made it clear, not all of them, but a lot of them have made it clear that a lot of this shit don't matter to them, right? I told dudes, I said, yo, don't amass money or success so you can be the second option. A lot of dudes that's married, I hate to say it, you ain't your wife's first choice. I ain't the first nigga to say that, but you ain't your wife's first choice. We know that already. A time you offer somebody a ring, you wasn't her first choice. And that's where we at. Like, just let's just keep it real. It's a lot of niggas. We get a lot of secondhand bitches out here. You go to an antique place and you know you ain't even getting a discount, but it's, you know, how you charging more for the used product? Like, we got a lot of secondhand chicks out here, man. I could talk crazy on here because it ain't monetized, right? So fuck it. Yeah, a lot of secondhand bitches. Okay, a lot of secondhand bitches. But when I tell dudes to, you know, improve themselves, understand that it's not for the women that you're saying you don't want, even though some guys, man, when they say I don't want these women, I don't believe them. I feel like, and I posted in the community tab, the fucking divorce rate could go up to 100% and niggas will still get married out here. Niggas will still get married in America if 100% of the divorce of the marriages ended in divorce. If 100% of them ended in divorce, motherfuckers will still get on their knees with the expensive ring and propose. Right? So shout out to BGS and more. He did a video. I'm gonna try to pull it up here. He did a video where basically he was talking about schools and things like that. Basically, he touched on a topic that me and Gigi have discussed a few times. He was talking about you know, he brought up some facts. I'm gonna just touch on this real quick, right? So he brought up something relating to, you know, how a lot of women see their children or their sons, right? Their sons' education and their, you know, shit like that, their grades or whatever, and they put their girls ahead of them and they kind of like handicap their sons. Yeah, I know all about that shit. That shit was my life in elementary school. I've spoken on it. Shout out to him for that. It was something that he said in that video, but you know, it's not coming to me right now. But I'll address it at a later point. I just wanted to bring that up. Y'all need to check that video out. Let me see. Let me type in BGS more so I can tell y'all the title of the video. The title of the video is, let's see, okay, here it is. Do white women raise better black boys? And it basically, he was talking about you know, the outcomes in black boys when they have white mothers. So shout out to a friend of mine who, she might still be watching, but we had a debate about this, you know, about white women either having biracial children or adopting black boys. Right. But you know, this is going back to conversations that we had about guys talking about, oh, you want your kids to look like you and everything like that. If you care more about having a clone than raising a child who will be a productive member, not only of society, but in your family, then you are more of a narcissist than a father. Right? Knowing all of these things going in, all these arguments about, you know, the kid ain't black unless they look like you. Let me go back. The kid ain't black unless they look like you, or, you know, you have to, what the fuck is going on here? You have to have a kid. You have to have a child with a black woman in order for your kid to qualify as black. I want my kid to look like me, blah, blah, blah. All this blah, 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 blah shit, right? You don't care that the kid can't read. You don't care about these outcomes that come from doing it the other way. I post a picture of young Jeezy with his son, who looks like him. Now, he's a little lighter, but they got the same fucking face. And his wife is Asian. This motherfucker gonna come in on the comment section like, oh, well, he got chinky eyes. So that's why his kid looked like that. Okay. I don't give a fuck about that. I want somebody that I can pass him, because everybody talk about legacy. But legacy be what you shoot out your dick, according to a lot of niggas. No, legacy is what you build and leave your kids. Legacy is not your fucking children. Niggas' legacies be a bunch of illegitimate bastards. No, your kids ain't your legacy. Oh, Bay, I'm going to touch on that too. Mr. Scott Adams Dilbert. Oh, that's next after this. Because Bernard touched on that earlier this week. So I'm gonna speak on Scott Adams and the comments he made. But if you think it's more important, all this fake ass, race loyalty, genetic purity arguments that motherfuckers be making, if you think that's more important, these constructs, right? Then you deserve what happens to you. You deserve what happens to you and the shit that you're going to put your kids through. Right? So I just wanted to touch on that. So, do white women raise better black boys? That's a video that y'all need to check out from Mr. BGS Idmore. Yeah, it's on his main channel. It's on the BGS Idmore channel. So there that is. So I'm gonna take that down, right? So yeah. So let's talk about the Dilbert situation, the Scott Adams. Let's talk about that for a second, right? So let me pull that up. I'm sure a lot of y'all heard about this. So Scott Adams got canceled. Scott Adams got canceled because he said some shit. Okay. So let's go to it. Okay. And the sad thing is, like, yo, it be motherfuckers whose names we hear every day, but we don't know how they really rock behind the scenes, right? So let's deal with Mr. Scott Adams, right? Let me pull that up. So okay, death of Dilbert and false claims of white victimhood, right? So here we go. Shout out to black men being brutally honest. Shout out to Bernard Riley. Shout out to Hood Servive. Shout out. I'm shouting a bunch of people out that touched on this. My take on this is going to be very different from yours. Okay? My take on this shit is going to be very different from all of you gentlemen. Y'all my niggas. But I disagree. Okay? Right. So it said that at this point, it's so often that it's a contender for modern cliche. When you've had an exclusive stranglehold on the best of everything, anything that demands reconsideration offers efforts to expand access or insist on sharing feels like oppression rather than progress, but it bears once again making that plain. All right. So basically, so Scott Adams read a poll, right, asking black people, is it okay to be white? Right? So they asked a bunch of black people, is it okay to be white? And I think it was a majority of black people said, no, it's not okay to be white. Right? Right? So Scott Adams, who has some shit on YouTube, I guess he has a what up, Shane? I see you. I guess he has a podcast or some shit like that. I mean, I'm sure this man is old enough. He got enough money to tell everybody go fuck himself, right? And when you get that age, you start talking that shit, you don't give a fuck. Right? You give, go fuck yourself. I got fuck you money. So my man, Scott Adams was speaking on this poll where I don't know the exact number. It might have been was it over half, Bay? More than half of the black people basically said it's not okay to be white. Now, let's start here. It depends on what you mean by white. Is it okay to be Caucasian? Yes. You born Caucasian, you born black. Hey, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. It's okay to be who you were born to be. It's okay. If it's okay to be non-binary and all this other shit, then it's okay to be, see the quotes, it's okay to be Caucasian, right? I get into a few debates with my guys about what white is. White is not like a genetic type, genotype. It's not, it's no, I'm sorry. White is a class. Now, what it started out as, and somebody could jump in, the PhDs could jump all over me if I say this wrong. White was at first Anglo-Saxon. White ain't been Anglo-Saxon in a long time. Okay? White ain't been Anglo-Saxon in a long time. White is, at this point, whatever motherfuckers needed to be. We got white Hispanics. We got white this ones and that ones. It's a social construct. Race is not real. It's not real. I've said this in previous videos. Race is not real. It's a construct. Race is not real. Okay? So is it okay to be white in that context? Some might say no. Now, I'm not saying that that is the context that these people who were polled were speaking under, but what I'm saying is, and I'm putting some nuance to the conversation, it's okay to be whatever you were born. If you were born in a certain part of the world, it's okay. It's okay to be born with a certain skin complexion. It's cool to be born whatever. You got motherfuckers that ain't cool with what they were born with and doesn't change that shit. Right? Motherfuckers will be like, I'm half Italian. How the fuck can you be half Italian? Italian is Italy. You're from a place. Your nationality is Italian. And the motherfucker be like, I'm black and French. No, you're fucking black. You're fucking black. Shout out to Bishop X. Me and him have had this conversation to death. Glad you in here, brother. So just for me to touch on it, shout out to BGS said more. BGS is in the fucking building. We couldn't care less about Dilbert, but since it's some shit being said, and a few of the guys on YouTube already touched on this, because this is going into, I'm saying this to go into something else, right? So he said what he said. He said, you know, that he viewed black folks as a hate group because most of them, a good amount of them, said it's not okay to be white, right? So now, because of that, black folks are a hate group, right? A hate group, right? So he says that, right? So as usual in the space, and don't nobody take what I'm gonna say fucked up, but again, if I don't speak my mind, I would not be me. Just like when the NFL motherfucker, I think from the Dallas Cowboys, was found in one of those old school civil rights pictures, right? Everybody came out and no, Calvin. They cape for him. Motherfuckers are caping for Scott Adams. Now, let me say a few things, right? Do I think it's not okay to be a certain racial group or ethnicity or whatever? No, I don't agree with the sentiment of the people in the poll, but I'm going to say this. Why the fuck is anybody shocked? And we got niggas on YouTube talking about, because black people are racist. They the real racists. Given the history of America, I don't think it should come as a shock. Oh, I still got this shit on the screen. I don't think it should come as a shock. Get the shit out of here. I don't think it should come as a shock that most black people feel this way about white folks. It should not come as a shock. Okay? You say that. And then I'm going to address what was said on some of these podcasts, right? Should not come as a shock, that black folks would say, no, it's not okay to be white. I'm not shocked by it. Do I agree with it? No, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So the argument was, well, when they say, when he said, it's time for white folks as a group to get away from black people, like white flight ain't been a fucking thing, right? Like this is a new idea, right? We need to get away from this hate group, because black people been denying you jobs and real estate and wealth and burning your towns down and all of this shit, historically spraying the hoses on you and sicking the dogs on you, and you need to get away from these racist black people. So our opinions, our feelings is worse than what you did about your feelings about us. Last time I remember, wasn't no white folks hanging from trees with a black mob around them as a regular thing, right? So given the history of America, not only the history, but the current climate of America, it's not surprising to me that the poll would turn those results. So Bay said, when Bay earlier, when you said, yo, Scott Adams is right. Yes, he is right. He is right that, black folks feel this way about them, but within reason, right? Now, I'm going to say this. And like I said before, fuck YouTube, fuck Google, and fuck if motherfucker want me to get on here and say what they want me to say. I ain't bound to agree with nobody. I am a true fucking Sigma. Okay. I know that this space is largely conservative. I don't have a problem with black conservatives. Right? I've touched on this before. Oh, you ain't conservative. You must be a liberal. Suck my dick. No, I'm not. That's a fallacious argument. You're not this, therefore you're this. No, that's not how that works. Okay? What I tend to see is on one side, people are denying that black women can be your enemy. And on the other side, people are denying that white folks can be your enemy. Right? And it's like motherfuckers are looking for a home. It can't be, well, fuck both sides. Yeah, no super chat, G. Shout out to my man G. I'm demonetized, G. So if you want to send something, do a motherfucking Cash App and I'll read your comment. But understand that all this shit is within reason. And black folks, or black men in particular, are looking for allegiances. The Doc Clark told you, you ain't got no motherfucking friends. You ain't got no motherfucking friends. Right? So Carlton, shout out to Carlton Banks. I know you're a conservative, black conservative. So let's talk about it, right? So understand, Carlton, most of the people who, and let's talk about BLM. BLM is a liberal movement. What I want conservatives to stop fucking doing is being on the conservative end of the spectrum and making an argument for white people based on what white liberals are doing. You don't get to defend conservative white folks with liberal white actions and liberal white movements while also saying the Luciferian left. Shout out to Nate Dogg. This isn't an argument for either side. I'm saying your shit gotta make fucking sense. Black folks ain't a monolith, and neither are white folks. So if you're gonna make an argument for white folks while being conservative, then make it for conservative white folks. Carlton Banks, shout out to you. All right, because this was his comment. He said, if white people were so bad, why did the women of BLM take all those millions and move to all white neighborhoods? Oh, they moved to white neighborhoods. Oh, I ain't see that part. Understand, I'm making an argument for black men, not black women. Let me ask you, Carlton, do you think that black men could have ran a BLM and embezzled all that money and got away with it? Let's have a conversation. Carlton, do you think black men could have ran that organization and ran away with that money? Now, your man Brett Favre is stealing the welfare money. Okay? And I'm not here to make no argument for no BLM. Oh, fuck out of here. Black women wouldn't stand for it. Black women. That's who's going to drag us through the courts and make sure that we do time is B-dubs. Y'all got to stop this shit, man. Y'all got to stop this shit. It's a lot of cap. A lot of cap. Matter of fact, I got some shit for you. Okay? For everybody on white folks, white folks is just happy. They want to link up with us and save us from this shit that we dealing with. Black women, because black women are our enemy and white people are our friends. That's what conservatives will tell you. Liberals will tell you white people are the enemy and the black woman is the goddess. I want to keep this really balanced because I don't want motherfuckers to take from this that I'm a liberal. All right, somebody hit the Cash App just now. Let me see who it is. Shout out to somebody. Shout out to somebody. I'm getting these Cash App sound effects. All right. My man G, what's up, man? So whatever you would have super chatted, type it in now. All right. So the women wouldn't allow black men to get the allegiances with the white men. So where does black women's power come from? Where does their proxy power come from? Where does their power come from? What you mean they won't allow? They don't have power that doesn't come from them same white men that we will be allied with. Show me a real agenda from the right-wing people for black men. Now, what he's about to tell me is, well, black men don't vote Republicans, so that's why Republicans don't support black men. That's nonsense. In order for you to get my vote, you have to demonstrate that you deserve it. It's not the other way around. Black women do not have power. They have proxy power. Now they have power over you and power over the hood and all that shit because their power comes from something else. The moon doesn't shine, it reflects light. It's illuminated by the sun. Okay? No, they don't allow. No, black women don't make black men vote Democrat. Carlton, I respect you. I don't, some of these responses, but at the end of the day, black women don't have power that's not given to them. Okay, there's no black woman police. There's no black women. They ain't coming with all this other shit. They've been given the power that they have. All right. So shout out to my man G for the Cash App. Everybody who's been Cash Apping me tonight. Shout out to y'all. JB, again, J Baker. I don't want to say, like I said, I don't like to say people's government names. If you're sending me a Cash App, you know what you do. Put in the Cash App notes, whatever name you want me to refer to you as, right? But I want to show you something, Carlton, since white folks are so nice. Because they talking about, okay, well, this ain't about government. Shout out to Bernard Riley. Bernard Riley said, this ain't about government. This is about individual white folks who are tired of trying to help black people. I would love to see what Scott Adams has done for black people, where he is now offended by this poll and he has decided to pull his support from niggas. Somebody put me on to this, please. You black conservative Negroes cannot make an argument for your right-wing conservatives based on the benevolence of white liberals, especially not to black women. White liberal benevolence to black women is not proof of post-racial reality. It's not. That is a terrible argument. Okay. So let's go to Mississippi, y'all. Okay. So I don't know who's heard about this, right? I don't know who's heard about this, right? So, Carlton, your right-wing people in the South are trying to kind of revisit Jim Crow. Did you know about that? Oh, Blue Sox. Shout out to Blue Sox for the Cash App. I appreciate it. If you got a comment you want to make that would serve as a super chat, type it in now, highlight it. But let's go to Mississippi for a second, right? So let me pull this up, because every time somebody tries to sell me on this open arms, idea of white folks, right? And niggas are worse. And then they always mention Chicago and shit, right? Right. So let's pull this up, right? Here, where we at? It's the Hill. Chrome tab. Nope. Here we are. Let's go. So for you right-wing black guys who are not up on current events, and again, this ain't me trying to roast you. This is us having a discourse as black men. I know, like I said, it's a lot of you motherfuckers are right-wing. A lot of you motherfuckers are conservative. Understand, I have yet to meet a conservative guy. The best argument that I have conservatives make to me is, vote right to show the left, motherfucker, our shit matters. That's the biggest argument, the best argument that I've heard. Everything else falls flat. Okay, so controversy has abounded in the community of Jackson, Mississippi over the past month in the aftermath of the GOP-controlled state house passing a bill that could heighten control from the overwhelmingly white state leaders on a predominantly black community. The Mississippi State House passed House Bill 1020, mostly along party lines last month, and sending the proposal to the state Senate. The legislation would establish a separate court system for part of the state's capital city, with the judges appointed by the state chief justice and the area under the system's jurisdiction patrolled by a state-run police force. Right? So let's continue. I'll get back to you in a second, Carlton. Most of the areas impacted are the more predominantly white neighborhoods of the city. The state representative who proposed the legislation has said the bill is necessary to address rising crime. Basically, what they want to do is they want to give the white areas and the black areas let me close this stupid ass shit, a separate court system and police force. Right? So the state representative who proposed this legislation has said the bill is necessary to address rising crime, but opponents have slammed it as racially motivated and branded as an updated version of a Jim Crow law. Here's the 3 things you should know about the bill and its background. Okay. Opponents of the bill says it calls back to the Jim Crow era. Black leaders and community members from Jackson have decried the proposal for the past weeks. They come from a community that is more 80% black. And, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, has elected its own judges for years. The Hinds County Circuit Court, which currently has jurisdiction over the county that Jackson is located in, is composed of 4 judges who are elected by voters in the community in their positions. But the legislation says that the Chief Justice of the Mississippi Supreme Court would appoint each judge for the new court system to a 4-year term. The current Chief Justice is a white conservative, first appointed by former GOP government Haley Barbour. The state-run Capitol Police are responsible for patrolling in and around state government buildings and in downtown, but the legislation would expand their jurisdiction to include wealthy shopping in residential areas. Jackson Mayor, I don't know how to say that name, the Jackson Mayor has been a top opponent of the plan, which would put a white Republican state official in charge of choosing the judges overseeing a heavily Democratic-leaning city with mostly black residents, at least until the current Chief Justice retires. AP has reported that Lumumba compared the proposal to apartheid and it institutes plantation politics. If we allow this type of legislation to stand in Jackson, Mississippi, it's a matter of time before it will hit New Orleans. It's a matter of time before it hits Detroit or wherever we find our people. So they want basically to build a separate court system, police, and everything between the white areas and the black areas. Now, check this out. I see Carlton going crazy in the comments. I'm not going down the rabbit holes that he's going down. Okay? I ain't got time for that. Just understand this. It's like the whole man of tomorrow shit. Like when you co-sign shit like this, basically, now mind you, let me say this first. Black people have criminals in the group and in some of the cities. Yeah, we do. Let me tell you the difference between me and a lot of a lot of other black men that might have this debate and this argument with me. I said a lot. I ain't say everybody. But a lot of y'all motherfuckers ain't never been to a ratchet white environment. There's this thing where what niggas do is they compare the worst of black people to the best of white folks. White people in these all white existences watch TV Ain't hardly bump into any black people, and they see a bunch of criminal niggas on TV. Black people watch TV and they see Mad Men and Suits and shit like that. Right? Right? So, Hannibal, that's another discussion. What I'm saying is, I worked in a prison with majority white criminals. Let me give you some news here. There are white gangs that bang on each other. Yeah, believe it. So all this, oh, we killing ourselves, we killing each other, this and that, whether they be biker gangs or gang bangers, there are white gangs in this country that shoot each other. You part of this gang, I'm part of this gang. We don't like y'all. We gonna kill y'all. It's not a black thing only. When I started working for the prison, that's one thing we had to keep, that we learned in the academy. Carlton Bake says, Trailer Park ain't never did none to me. That's because your ass ain't lived there. You want to hear about the Trailer Park? Play an Eminem album. Niggas want to complain about niggas because all they been around was niggas. I'm from New York. And I'm traveled. Okay? So if you grow up in the hood, just leave the hood. Every black existence ain't the hood. Again, shout out Bernard Riley. Anybody who wants to contest me with this, get on the internet and pull up affluent black towns in America. You ain't gonna see that shit on the news. I don't live in the hood. Okay? I don't live in the hood. Niggas think everywhere there's a bunch of black people is Chicago. And everywhere there's a bunch of white people is fucking, I don't know, Beverly Hills or some shit. Or y'all think it's you know, what's the shit in the Kim Kardashian live at? And I don't know why I forget the name because I always talk about it. Bishop A said Peachtree. What about motherfucking Buckhead? Nobody talks about affluent black towns. No, is it Buckhead? Yeah. Yeah, PG County. You said it yourself. Calabasas. Thank you, bro. Everybody talk like every white person is in the 1% and live in Calabasas. Most white existences in America, most meth, DUIs, suicides, murder suicides. When I was in the small town upstate Nevada, murder suicides, motherfuckers killing their wives or killing themselves. There's a lot of shootings up there. Everybody got a DUI. Everybody on meth. So this idea y'all got of white folks ain't real. Shout out to Jerry Springer. Y'all think every white person wears a suit and is a stock trader or a doctor or STEM or some shit. Because that's what the media sold you. That's what the media sold you. All these outlaw bikers and Hell's Angels and all this shit. Nobody talk about that shit. You niggas killing themselves, they killing each other. Sons of Anarchy and all this shit. Knock it the fuck off, man. Stop worshiping white people. Stop deifying white people. Black folks have a historic gripe with white people. Historic. Is it not okay to be a white person? I don't agree with that. But is it an expected sentiment? I expect black folks, some of which are not as sophisticated as these same white folks we're talking about. I expect them to just react, yeah, no, it's not okay. It's not correct, but it's expected. Show me the poll asking white folks the same question. Nobody's crying over Scott, bro. Listen, I'm gonna highlight these comments. I don't see any tears coming out of my face, bro. I wouldn't have spoke about it if you right wingers ain't speak about it. Oh, Calvin. It's how niggas is sounding. You crying over Scott. I'm not caping for Scott, which is what some niggas is doing. I was looking at another article. You got, you know, if you guys are arguing for the love of the right wing, right? How I can pull up all this right wing shit that expresses outright dislike for your ass. I'm not saying that the left love you. I'm saying the right is honest about they don't love you. Not only that, where do you think that Scott Adams sits on the political spectrum? Hmm? Where do you think he sits? You think he's a liberal that said, I'm going to help black folks. And then now that this poll came out, he's like, oh my God, I thought my help for the black was meaning something and they hate me. So I'm going to go over here. No, it's a fucking excuse for your already held beliefs. Nigga, a plantation is a plantation. A plantation is a plantation. Niggas be like, lead a Democratic plantation. Nigga, you leaving Calvin Candy to go to Big Daddy. To go to Big Daddy. A plantation is a plantation. Nigga, stop going to plantations. I'll invite, shout out to Bernard. And these are niggas I fuck with. Bernard. I fuck with you. I fuck with Free Zone. I fuck with Hoodservative. Even loud as Nate Dogg. Shout out to Nate Dogg. My man Sir Tice. I will debate anybody on this topic. Y'all seen me on Bernard's show going at it with your man Deanie, who's super left. I don't rock with the plantations, bro. Either way, it's a plantation. Let me pull up something else for you, right? So let's talk about real quick, and this is again related to the topic that we're currently on right now. This is Guess Who's Back. This is me coming back with the truth that niggas don't fucking like. Mississippi, right-wing Mississippi is on some Jim Crow shit right now. Jim Crow shit. Okay? But let's move away from that, right? So let me pull up another article that I came across, right? Let me pull it up. Hold on 1 second. For all of us, Marvel Disney lovers. Because each side wants me to forget, right? Now everybody going, oh, this is a Medium article. Now I go through a few links. I ain't gonna leave it to one. So check this out. It says how white nationalism courts internet nerd culture. You ever notice that whether it's Marvel, whether it's Star Wars, any of this shit, right? Now I'm not for the race swaps and all that shit, right? But at the end of the day, the shit that be said when you know these Marvel movies come out, you know, the Black Girl, Little Mermaid, and shit like that. Like, again, some of the shit I can't rock with. It gets to a point where if I'm talking to a black person and they give passes or excuses for any of this shit, I just gotta assume that you don't like black people. I gotta assume that. It's hard for me not to assume. Again, there's nothing wrong with being a black conservative. Check this out. I have conservative views. I have conservative viewpoints. I have liberal viewpoints. I don't fuck with plantations. I don't fuck with parties. I don't fuck with political parties. Right? My man John Hawkins said, why not be bipartisan? Let me tell you something, bro. Shout out to John Hawkins. I'm for black men's interests. I don't care who's pushing it. If the right push it, if the left push it, currently, nobody's pushing it. Nobody's pushing it, the right nor the left. Neither side is courting you. And don't make an excuse for them not courting you, especially in light of what I'm showing you. Motherfuckers will look at shit straight in the face, just like the bitches would, and be like, nah, son. But I'm saying though. So what is the outcome? What is the, you know, the strategy? Man of tomorrow, like, you ain't got no strategy. So what is being right wing supposed to do for niggas? Are we waiting for the right wing to fix the hood? I'm not suggesting men vote Democrat 90% of the time. I'm against that too. Are you listening, Carlton? Do you not see what I have on the screen here? When black men tell me that they don't see white supremacy as an issue, they tell me a couple of things about themselves. For me, Keisha and Billy Bob are a problem. To be honest, Billy Bob is the one who gives Keisha her power. No, the Democrats court black women, Carlton. No voting, no fucking. Again, I invite any of you guys to have a real debate with me because you're not going to win. You're not going to be able to say anything to me that's going to be a logical. The closest person to doing it is actually General Tito. Shout out to General Tito, who made some excellent points. Excellent point. Shout out to General Tito. Just understand that if the Democrats are telling us you don't get nothing for your vote, then the Republicans can't say the same shit. Right? This is the same. Yeah. It's like they because more they need a home. Niggas need a home. Niggas are men without we are men without country. And some men they're right wing because the left is catering to the women who we got these issues with. It's really about that. Let's just keep it fucking 1,000. Let's just keep it 1,000. And again, I'm gonna catch heat for this. I don't give a fuck. Niggas want to throw me out of this motherfucker. That's cool too. But again, I'm good with my circle, right? My little 73. I got 73 people in here. I'm good with 73 motherfuckers, right? Understand that what's driving this is all this fuck shit that the left is doing to empower the women for all this dysfunction. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. Let me tell you something, Carlton. He says niggas are too dumb to realize America's their country too. No, the white man will tell you it ain't your country. They call you African American, like you migrated to this motherfucker. Every effort that black men have tried to do to show America or to prove to America that we are part of America has been pushed back on. I don't know how old you are, Carlton, but that comment ain't standing for 2 seconds. To realize it's America is our country. ADOS, we made claims to this motherfucker that have been denied by the same motherfuckers you defending. And I could validate that statement with proof. Sounds like you're kind of emoting. What I'm saying is, it's funny you're saying that I'm crying because I care about what the motherfuckers thinking about me, but you want to be part of their plantation. I'm saying fuck their plantation. Yes, it's not 1962, it's 2023, and I just showed you an article about them trying to do Jim Crow shit in 2023. Motherfuckers got shot every week that Obama was the president. And that was a reaction to a black president. And you guys are trying to tell me we're post-racial. Saying the shit again ain't going to change what I just said. So geek culture, the internet nerds, the comic book nerds, and all of that shit are heavily white nationalists. The Republican Party is heavily white nationalist. When Trump came into office, people forget this shit a lot. When he got elected and voted in, when he walked into the White House, he came in with white nationalists. Nigga done fought in all the wars. We dress how motherfuckers tell us to dress, talk how they tell us to talk, get all the degrees that we supposed to get. Even try to brush off the disrespect. You're COINTELPRO. You're this, you're that. Even nowadays, you got these different things in government for anti-black hate groups or black nationalist groups. And yeah, in 2023, Carlton. So some of the same shit they was doing in the 60s, they're doing in 2023. And yeah, that last comment don't even see, it don't even make sense to debate some of these guys, man. Yo, no disrespect to you, bro, but bro, you gotta. So what should I should be a street nigga then? Come on, bro. I'm good. I'm done responding to that shit. All I'm saying is, yo, when it comes back to this whole Scott Adams thing, right? And let's get back to that, right? When it comes back to this Scott Adams thing, what I need, first of all, fuck Scott Adams. Fuck him. I just want to make sure I don't change the topic without saying that. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck about Scott Adams. I'm only speaking on it because y'all spoke on it. And Maul says, who said anything about being a street nigga? Yeah, that shit came out the wall. At the end of the day, what niggas need to stop doing is stop trying to join plantations. Both sides of this shit are not for you. Both sides. So don't come at me with what liberals are doing. I said both sides, right? Okay. Both sides are not for you, right? So there's that. I'm at the end of the day, being in the black manosphere, nothing I'm saying is ever going to resonate because again, this community is heavily conservative. And I imagine each one of you guys have your own reasons for being conservative, but what it feels like to me is this is get back to black women. And I'm with the get back. Let's just call it what it is. But let's not talk like, Billy Bob and them got their arms wide open receiving us. John Hawkins says, Scott Adams has been a white supremacist if you paid attention to Dilbert. You know what? I believe you. And no, I ain't been paying attention to Dilbert, but I believe you. I mean, I look at this dude and he looks like, it always have like the same look about him and shit. Right? All I'm saying is, like this praise of like, you comparing the high class white folks to the low class white folks. And yes, I think we should vote if people are pushing our interests. Neither party pushes a black man's interests. Neither party. Don't tell me not to vote Democrat while also telling me that the Republicans don't owe me shit. Because if the whole purpose of leaving the Democratic plantation, now I've said this shit too many times. This like Maul, you're right. This discussion is getting old. I'm just tired of seeing niggas worship white people. You got liberal niggas talking about black women ain't our enemy. And you got conservative niggas talking about this shit is post-racial. And they use white liberal shit as their argument for being a black conservative. The NRA don't even come to y'all niggas' rescue. There is no right-wing group that openly supports black men. Name it. Name it. The left is about black women. You mentioned BLM. It's all about black women. You try to make that an argument for what niggas should do. Oh, because white people supported BLM. No, left people on the left, liberal white folks, made those black women rich. Is there an equal effort on the right? And if not, get the fuck out of here. You have no argument, no leg to stand on with this shit. Right? So, yeah. The NRA didn't show up for Philando Castile. So, fuck Scott Adams. Again, I don't agree with white people. It's not okay to be white. I don't agree with that sentiment. But at the end of the day, it's to be expected. Because we are not living in post-racial America. So John, I just want to speak to this comment. Said, we have no allies, yet we won't sue this country repeatedly into submission. Understand how that works, bro. Who's going to enforce a judgment against America? Who's going to preside over the case? It's like the cops investigating the cops and finding the cops not guilty. Byron Allen had a case against these corporations, took it all the way to the Supreme Court and had legal precedence on his side and still lost. Guess who? Right-wing Supreme Court justices. A black billionaire married to a white woman. Black billionaire, businessman. He's not a crack dealer, Carlton, right? He's not a drug dealer from Chicago shooting niggas, busting caps. Took his case to the Supreme Court because these motherfuckers were locking him out of the cable networks. Locking him out. The legal precedence that he had should have won him that case, and he lost. Okay. But again, talking to some of these black conservatives is like talking to some of the liberal black women. But at least the liberal black women get something out of being liberal. Nigga, you get nothing from either side. You get nothing from either side. So if anybody wants to debate Scott Adams or Dilbert with me, I'm open to it. I'm open to it. But these motherfuckers ain't even supporting black men when they got their suit on, successful. They ain't married to Keisha. And they locked him out of, I think it was Comcast. He was suing Comcast. There's no reason in the world he should have lost that case. Now, according to your nice white people on the right theory, okay, black man, you a good black man. Got a nice white woman. You ain't shooting nobody. Let us let you in. But they locked him out. They gave those white businessmen that run them cable companies the right to lock him out. Why him, Carlton? They not locking nobody else out. We always talk about what niggas need to do to be part of America, right? So Byron Allen ain't laying no claims to America. He went to court. So for anybody on the left and the right who says what black men should bring legally against America, understand who's going to enforce it. That's even if you win, because again, they're going to be like, we ain't guilty. Who's going to preside? John Hawkins. Who's going to preside over the case? We going to get a Russian judge or North Korean judge? Who's going to preside over the case for the black man versus America and find America guilty and then enforce it? Carlton, I don't know what you're talking about. My thing is, at the end of the day, this idea that you're trying to sell to me, right, that we're post-racial is bullshit. Niggas are trying to sell to me that as long as you're a good nigga, they'll like you and you'll be okay. Blue Sox says, keep it 100. You sound like a narcissist, a nihilist. Or Blue Sox, if it barks like a dog. Mm-hmm. I'm a realist now. Some of that might be nihilism. I don't have pipe dreams. I deal with reality. Understand, at the end of the day, bro, you know, again, even if it is let's say you get your default judgment, who's going to make them pay up? Who's going to make America pay up? Who's going to war with America on the behalf of black men to get that check? Who doing it? We at the 2.5 mark. Who's doing it? Who's doing it? Who's enforcing the judgment? America's going to enforce the judgment on America? I'm trying to understand. And this isn't nihilism. These are questions. Nihilism is another conversation, but these are questions. Who's going to enforce it? If a bitch take you for child support and you don't pay, the cops will come lock you up. Okay. So who's enforcing it? Again, that's saying you win, which you won't, because again, nobody's going to find themselves guilty. Nobody's going to do that. Somebody hit me with a Cash App. I hope you left your name. Romello, was good, was good. Yeah, I already know. Shout out to Romello for the Cash App. Now you saying the attempt is worth it? No, it has been done. Didn't we do Dred Scott already? It's been done already. Y'all. No disrespect to nobody. I ain't trying to talk down to none of y'all. These y'all got to look up this history. It's been done already. We've been done to death. The black man has no rights that the white man needs to respect. Dred Scott. BRICS would enforce it if we defect to their country. No, they won't. It's nobody's. Who's gonna? No. You can't make America do shit. There's too many guns here. Everybody else with guns got them from here. We lead the world in arms. This is Stark Industries. We lead the world in arms. We go to countries and take over the bitch in a few minutes. World wars have been stopped because we jumped in and did our thing. No, this is not what I'm saying. Carlton, man. You're fucking up your namesake. Carlton, man. Come on, man. That in America, the white man won't let you make more than $1 billion, and I'm cool with that. If that's what you got from what I said, bro, it's whatever, man. Let me tell you, I got a new approach to this YouTube shit. I'm not fighting y'all on nothing. I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say. I just want you to understand, nigga. If you get a nigga moment, you know, you a nigga moment. Don't come here. Oh my God, Marcus, they let me know I was a nigga. I need to know where some of y'all stay at, because again, y'all ain't never been in these places. But at the end of the day, we're not post-racial. Okay, there's always been millionaires. You know, black people have been millionaires in this country for a long time. But anything that we try to do collectively gets shut down. Okay, you become a millionaire or billionaire. It's cool for you to be rich. But as soon as you start doing try to do some collective shit, or you say the wrong shit, they shut your shit down. Kanye West. All right, Gregor, what's good, bro? You get shut down in 2 seconds saying the wrong shit, doing the wrong shit. Said, no, we have not sued these devil states. and country for systematic. Scott, yes, we have, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's been done already. Who's going to be the lawyer? Crump? Again, you're trying to sue the very people that are running the courts. Like, do y'all understand how this works? Do y'all understand how this works? You're basically telling somebody, and then I'm a nihilist. You're basically telling somebody, yo, find yourself guilty and pay me. You're going to the U.S. Supreme Court to find the U.S. guilty. Right. So anyway, next topic, man. We going around in circles, man. But yo, man, I just get tired of the white man worship that takes place in this space. I'm sorry. Because them motherfuckers never loved us. They never loved you. You know what I'm saying? They never loved you. And motherfuckers ain't becoming a millionaire ain't proof of there not being racism. That's, again, another stupid argument. Carlton, the more you talk, the more you make me feel like you're not from here. You make me you know, because these are arguments made usually by people from black people from other places. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you sound like you're not from here. Oh, shout out! I see you, the Kobe. I shout out me and Kobe. Me and you been having this conversation on Instagram, right? When you first tagged me, I didn't know. You know, I see the picture now. It's like I didn't know who it was. I thought you was coming to argue with me, but I got the point. So my bad, bro, on IG. But nah, I understand where you're coming from with the whole Kanye thing, right? Marcus been on the black pill. Marcus is the black pill. I just want y'all to understand that. Marcus been the black pill. I've been saying that shit forever. Okay. Super black pill. Been on that shit forever. Somebody sent me all right. So another cash app from where you at, brother? There's a lot of cash apps going on here. Shout out to, and the lovely thing about cash apps, I ain't got to split this shit with nobody. Blue Sox sent me another cash app. I appreciate you, Blue Sox. You know what I mean? But so Kobe, so Adidas had to double back on that ass, right? Had to double back on that shit. Big Kev, yeah, I'm in the building. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I got 71 people in here. I'm gonna tell you, I don't YouTube, man. YouTube. But let me finish what I'm saying to my man here. So they had to come back. Adidas had to come back to the table with Ye, because they ain't want to lose that billion. And I told motherfuckers, I said, yo, bro, they're not going to be able to lose that money. Nobody wants to take that L, $1 billion. They stuck with product. They got to come back. Yo. You think they was going to take that L? See, people posture for publicity and, you know, because them people, they want to see you take a stand, but that's $1 billion stand. Especially coming from a country, from a company that was started by the same people that the reason why there's a Holocaust in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Kobe hit me up on IG. Like, yeah, man, they got to come back to the table. They don't want to take that L. All that stunting, and we stuck with all these sneakers. Somebody else hit me with a Cash App. Got to shout out the Cash Apps. All this is making me feel like y'all want me on this motherfucker because, yo, I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, between YouTube and they bullshit, shout out to Don DeMarco. Cash App is KeepItOneHunned. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. But again, you know, even that confused me. The whole Kanye shit, you had a guy do what we never seen before. And first thing people say is, you know, these black celebrities, they sellouts. Black celebrity sellouts. We don't fuck with them. They sellouts. They don't stand up for black people. And then you got a guy who's worth $1 billion. Fuck his net worth up, speaking up for black people, and niggas threw him away. Niggas threw him away. That was very disappointing to see. Niggas threw him away. Why? Because he said slavery was a choice. Again, you could do everything to black people except offend them. Same thing with black women. It's all good, Jay. It's all good. I appreciate it. You could do everything you want to niggas except offend them. Just talk nice. Talk nice. You'll be all right. Everything is a choice. I don't agree with everything Ye says, but I don't agree with everything my mama say. I don't agree with everything my brothers say. I don't agree with everything niggas on here say. But we be so quick to throw niggas away because they say one thing that we don't agree with. We don't do that to our personal people in our lives. If I say something niggas disagree with, niggas ready to unsubscribe. Not everybody here, right? And shout out to Carlton because me and him are going back and forth, but at the same time, he's still here. Shout out to all the black conservatives that I disagree with. Shout out to everybody that I named, whether it be Bernard and the rest of them. I don't have to agree with niggas to fuck with you. And, you know, just because you disagree with somebody don't mean you hate them, right? But again, at the end of the day, oh man, K Dot, go check out this video. Gender war law posted on his channel. It's a racist white dude bashing black men and defending black women. Yeah, that's what they do. Shout out to my man Bishop X. If you're still in the building, these fake liberal men. Let's speak on that for a second, and then I'm gonna talk more about overseas. For those that are asking, we gonna get to the Q&A shit, right? Because we going to 3 hours. We gonna do some Q&A. I'm not gonna do a panel because we gonna be here till midnight, but we're gonna do some Q&A. But Bishop X, yes. Oh, shout out to Free Zone. I mentioned you earlier. Shout out to Free Zone, black conservative guy. We were talking about black conservatism earlier. We talked about the whole Scott Adams and Dilbert. So if you want to hear it in depth, you can watch the replay. But to summarize how I feel about Dilbert, fuck Scott Adams. Don't give a fuck about him or his comic strip. Right? Number two, he does not represent anybody that has done anything benevolent for black people. He's definitely a right-winger. Right-wing conservatives, black or white, cannot use the benevolence of white liberals to prove that white folks are not racist. That is fallacious. That is fallacious. while also saying fuck the left. While also saying fuck the left. So shout out to Bishop X. All right. He said, I'm a corporate brother. I used to read Dilbert. Dilbert ain't nothing but The Office and a comic strip. So let me go back. He said, oh shit, he's about to roast my friends. Yes, I'm about to roast your friend. I'm not going to say his name on here, but again, liberal white men. Okay, not all of them. Not all of them. I know some liberal dudes who are white guys who are real, like they're real progressive. They're about that progressive shit for real. I know white men on the right, very few, that while they are cool with me, they don't necessarily support black people as a demographic being equal. Then you got other guys who say, look, I don't fuck with y'all, but you do your thing, I'll do my thing. We ain't trying to be in your way, this, and the third. But then there are the white men on the left that Malcolm X warned you about. These are the guys who will promote black female empowerment as a way of handicapping black men. As a way of handicapping black men. Then they will tell black men that they somehow failed the community and they failed black women. So when you talk to me about BLM, the reason why that group of people, that organization got the support that it did is because there were not men in the leadership positions. That's not an argument for the right. It's not an argument for the right. That's not how that works. Dogs are great isn't an argument for cats are terrible. Y'all gotta have better arguments. Y'all gonna fuck around, make me put a blue wig on and debate with y'all niggas. Ba-bum-bum. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, Bishop, that guy is a racist, and he's a left. He's a liberal. He's a liberal. That guy is a racist. They pretend to be concerned about the rights and this and that of black women. It's their excuse to shoot at black men. It's their excuse to shoot at black men. It's their excuse to be racist against black men. It's anti-black misandry. It's nothing else. When they were the people who created this issue. It's just like the motherfuckers who push up Martin Luther King as some, freedom fighter, peaceful. Y'all the motherfuckers who shot this nigga. So I don't give a fuck what these guys do for individual black folks. Show me what they're doing for the group. And don't tell me about the one city with all the crime and all the poverty and the gangs, because what Chicago is, it's gangs. If you want to talk about gangs, I could talk about gangs. Shout out to Charles Faulkner, officer of the goddamn law. Because he'll tell you all gangs ain't black gangs. All gangs ain't Mexican gangs. You want to talk about gangs and gang banging? Billy Bob shoots at each other. And nobody says, oh, these white folks need to stop killing each other. I remember I was in Manhattan. I see white dudes slap another dude. I said loud as fuck. I said, woo, look at all this white on white violence. Okay, so let me shout out a couple of cash apps here. Okay. Hold on, let me go back. Couple of cash apps. So hold on. Let me read the instructions on these cash apps. Okay. Shout out to Dr. T for the cash app. I appreciate you, Doc. Glad to see you still in the building. Shout out to Dr. T for the cash app. Right? So let me see. Okay. Shout out to someone else. I can't say their name. I won't say their name. And I appreciate you, whoever you are. Right? Very hefty cash app there. Shout out to you. I will honor your request. Can't say his name. But yeah, man. Either side, brothers. And what I'm saying in this group, in this video, to this group of people in this space, you know, I said it on a GG video. I said I noticed that a lot of guys in the manosphere are heavily conservative. I need to know. I mean, I have my views on it, but I need to know what's the benefit. Because the whole purpose for voting Democrat once upon a time, it was the better of two evils. It's, to me, it's the same sentiment for the right wingers. It's the better of two evils. Don't tell me about taxes or none of that stupid shit. Oh, you keep more of your money. Most of y'all niggas don't run businesses. I'm gonna just say it like that, and people gonna feel away. Because if you run a business, you keep most of your money. Most of y'all niggas don't run business. Most of y'all don't run businesses. And I'm a businessman saying that. Most of you do not run business. Damn. Okay. More cash apps. More cash apps. He said, do you listen to romance music? I don't know. So let's do Q&A, man. Get your questions ready. Okay. Okay. Somebody sent me a cash app. You said, because I'm preaching. I don't want to say I'm watching my mouth. I'm not saying no names. I'm not saying people's government names. But if you left me a cash app, just, I don't know, hashtag cash app or something. But I appreciate everybody sending me the cash apps tonight, because Google got me in the doghouse. So that means I got to bring my black ass on this motherfucker next week. So Q&A time. If you got a question, type question, colon, and then the question, so I can start reading the questions. I'm highlight motherfuckers' questions. Okay, it says, when the Carlton says, we all can't be liberals because some people earn their keep. Did this motherfucker not hear me not endorse liberals? Why motherfuckers can't like get out of this like binary idea of politics? It's a very binary idea of politics. Either you are Democrat or Republican. You can't think outside of that, or you can't have a healthy balance of gray out this motherfucker. Oh, you don't like the right? You must be on the left. And there goes the usual right-wing argument, handouts. Here come the handouts. Let me tell you something, brother. More handouts are given to the same motherfucker. The funny thing is, most of those right wingers, you know, the right wing motherfuckers that, you know, that fought against Obamacare because it had Obama's name on it and they was getting that shit? Handouts. Have y'all ever heard the word handout used outside of the context of benefits given out to non-white people? It's only called a handout when it's going to somebody black. Carlton, where are you from? You're not American. You're not a black American. I'm convinced, man. You're not a black American. You're using all the arguments. You're not a black American. Usually people who talk like this come from the islands or they come from the continent. What are you Negroes complaining about? You have everything. You have everything. From Kansas City. Get the fuck out. He ain't from no motherfucking Kansas City. So who got questions, man? Nonpartisan is the way. I am nonpartisan. I am from the party of niggas. If it's a black male interested movement, that's what I'm with. Man of tomorrow asks me, whose side are you on? I'm on the black man's side. And Carlton, you know what's funny about this? He says Ukraine illegals and student loan forgiveness. Where's that wall that Mr. Trump promised us? Where's that wall at? Number two, do you think that the right would not have supported the Ukraine? Do you think that's a partisan issue? My man said, I'm a Ados coon. You said it. I did not. I don't want to throw the coon word on anybody. All right. But at the end of the day, man, where is this stuff? Where are these things? Where's the wall? I'm on the black man's side. I'm on my Ice Cube shit. If any party that's offering shit for black men, not black people, men. If nobody's pitching anything for black men, I'm in bed on election day. I'm in bed on election day. Okay? Look at these. You niggas ran Trump out, did we? You trolling. Anyway, questions. Where the questions at, man? Y'all want to ask me some questions about UK, questions about Japan? Let's talk about it. I'm going to be posting pictures and all this shit. My man says, what's your take on the black manosphere today? Come on, man. You setting me up. You set me up. Yo, hey, Dr. T, you see this question? Hold on. Let me put the question back on the screen. I'm going to leave this shit up. He says, question, what's your take on the black manosphere today? This nigga about to make me lose all 8,000 subs tonight. Let's just keep it short. Oh, you think Carlton is Reyes? Nah, Reyes wouldn't talk that way. Nah. Let's just say I'm not thrilled with the direction this shit is going. I'm not thrilled, to be honest. This shit is not the manosphere of old. Okay. Romello says, what parts of Japan did you go to this time? I went to Akihabara. All the anime and all the gaming and all the DVDs and all of that shit is at. I got pictures from there. That shit glows in the dark. If you are into Dragon Ball, matter of fact, hold on. I got some shit. So For everybody that's into, I'm not even, shout out to my man Rob because he knows better. My man Rob that's in New York. If you're watching, you should look at your screen right now. I'm about to pull something up. So look, check this out. Got this shit here, right? So for everybody who's into, Japan anime, hentai and all that shit, just understand you go to Akihabara. It's first of all, for people who got like kids that are into the Japan shit, the fucking anime shit, just understand that it's very difficult to find comic books that your kids can actually look at. There's a lot of grown man shit over there in the way of comics, right? So I got this shit here. I figure somebody will want this. Maybe I could flip it. Look at this shit here. Look at this shit here. This is Dragon Ball book. It's a thick ass book. Okay. It's Dragon Ball. Okay. It's more pictures, like a lot of pictures in here. All right. So this shit, very, and it's still sealed. Still sealed. Sealed in the shit. So yeah, there's a lot of this shit going on out in Akihabara. Look up Akihabara, Japan. All the technology, all the TVs and everything like that, Akihabara, Japan, right? So let's go through some more questions, right? My man's still talking about Trump. We talking about Japan, brother. Right now it's Q&A. Japan, Trump conversation is over, fam. the politics discussion is a wrap. So my man Nub Glory says, "Oh, what up, Nub Glory? It's cool to see a lot of the guys that are usually on the community tab on a live stream. So shout out to Nub Glory. Like I said, a lot of guys that we had these conversations and we don't agree on everything, but y'all still fuck with me, and I appreciate that. Competent Black American men should support Republican populists. Why? Well, because their policies on issues such as immigration and foreign policy are aligned with Black American men's interests." Okay. I don't think that's the number one thing affecting us, but go figure. I mean, I'm a black man. I'm telling you, it ain't the number one thing affecting Black men's interests. All right. So nobody ran Trump out of nowhere. He ran himself out. Shit. Motherfuckers ran into the Capitol to keep that motherfucker there. How did that shit go? All right. Let's see. Hannibal, I understand you more than people here, but the facts are facts. Right. So, okay. So it says, question. Here we go with some questions. Question: what countries would you recommend for a first-time passport, bro? The islands, Central, South America. These first world, it depends on why you're traveling. I'm traveling because I want to see shit. Like I'm going to Japan. I'm not, there's no disrespect to Japanese women. They not my type. They pretty in the face. A lot of them look like the anime bitches. I keep it real with you. A lot of them anime in the face and shit, but and they pretty, they demure. And if you like petite women, then go to Japan. All right. It's a first world existence. If you're trying to go down there and do your thing, then don't go to Japan. Go to Colombia, go to, Costa Rica, Belize, go to DR, go to one of these places. As a first time, depends on what you're traveling for. All right. Let's stop capping with the niggas is looking for love in other countries shit all the time. Not to say that they aren't, but niggas is going to enjoy themselves just like the passport hoes. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Do what the fuck you want to do. Okay. So Hannibal says the manosphere wants to have a conversation with Keisha. This is facts. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. So my man Bishop X says, question: what other cultures do you think Black men like us should be dating or looking to marry if we're going to leave the community. Just about anything that's not Western. To be honest, right? When you talk about these third world existences, right? Third world, understand that the third world, whether it be the islands or even like Central or South America, a lot of them have in shot see Nub Glory says salute to you, bro. I just understand that a lot of these existences would be like ours if they were first world places. The East has a different culture that, regardless of if their women were affluent or not, the women would still, because they had taught from young, the same way niggas are taught to submit to black women, these women are taught to submit to their husbands. Black men are taught to be submissive to women. Just period. So all this grooming, oh, niggas is grooming women. No, y'all black women are the queen groomers of this motherfucker. Y'all get the father out of there so that y'all groom niggas into serving black women. So I would recommend anything with an Eastern-based culture if you're talking about marrying or dating. Now, the third world places, I wouldn't be opposed to that. A lot of those places do have cultures that support what I'm saying. So any place that, rears their women into being cooperative, okay. All right. It's not something that does not exist here at all, but it's just very rare. All right. So shout out to Bishop X. So Carlton Banks says, he's still talking about Trump. Yeah, we're going to skip that. Shout out to you, brother, Mr. Banks. So Nub Glory says, competent Black American men should present Dr. T. Hassan Johnson's 17-point Black American male political agenda to President Trump and other Republican populists. So what I would, shout out to T. Hassan Johnson, right? What I would ask people who think this, what did, President Trump do? And I ain't talking about his little, the shit that he did for black colleges or whatever. And that was cool. But what did he do for, black men when he was a president? I ain't talking about what he did for the criminals. Y'all motherfuckers talking about, oh, it's better than selling crack. But then y'all use Trump either rescuing ASAP, Rocky, or you'll use Trump's, what his jail shit, what was it, the prison reform shit as an argument. No, you're a progressive black man. So him saving Pookie doesn't apply to him helping you. What did the right-wing president do for progressive black men specifically? So when you answer that question, I'll address that, right? And Nub, understand, we should presenting that to President Trump and other Republican populists. Yeah, I think that competent black men should do that. And also competent black men should see what the result of that is and act accordingly. So what I'm saying is, don't show Trump these 17-point, black American male agendas or the plan for black America from Ice Cube and this and that. And then these motherfuckers ignore the shit. And then you still picking cotton on the right-wing plantation. Okay. Because that's what competence is. You say competent black men. So if you're talking about competent black men, that's what competent black men should do. Respond accordingly to what those people do. We know the left ain't trying to hear it. We already know that. So take it to the right, and whatever the right do, move in that direction. Don't still be sucking the right wing dick after they swerve you. Straight up. All right. So John Hawkins. So what's up with that chick you brought on with them huge tig old bitties? I'm trying. Oh man, y'all niggas is crazy. So nah, she good, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But yeah, that's what competent black men need to do. Respond accordingly. Respond accordingly. All right. So Romello says Latin is close proximity, but Asian culture have the lock on being supportive today, man. To be honest, yeah, Asian, anything Eastern is cultured, majority cultured in being submissive. Bro, listen, when I'm walking around Japan, bitches get out the way. And I'm black as shit. I'm obviously not Japanese. And they get the fuck out the way. I try to get, because I'm so, Americanized black male. I'm like trying to be, chivalrous, but before I can be chivalrous, they out of my way and they waiting for me to go. Doc Hassan, you heard what I said, right? Gigi, I don't know if Gigi's still in here, but they're getting out the way. You can't lay a jacket down for a Japanese chick to walk over. She gonna pick that shit up and brush it off and put it on you. Right? It's not the same thing, yo. Right? John says, get that East Indian bush. Again, Eastern culture. Anything on the Eastern hemisphere, you're not gonna have too much problems. Right? England, just to mention what Mike was saying earlier, England has a hefty amount. I didn't get that. Could you try again? Mind your business, Ari. The UK has a healthy amount of Indian women, and they're bad. They're bad. Where we going? We passed the 3-hour mark. We about to close this out. Get your questions in now. But yeah, there's some bad Somali and Indian women in the UK. I seen some joints, right? So let me see. So Romello says, on the political conversation, US losing about 40 million a year for not investing in black men. My numbers may be off. Hey, look, man, that's just like Hollywood is losing money on the woke shit. They got it to burn. And shout out to T Hassan. We're gonna be talking about some Hollywood shit at some point. I'm just waiting on him to pull the trigger. Right? So he said, one thing I noticed, ain't no broke niggas on a Republican plantation. Oh, yes, there is. Mississippi, a lot of the poorest states in the nation are Republican. You're not going to win this argument, bro. Mississippi is one of the poorest states in America, if not the poorest state in America, and is full of Republicans. So try that again. Okay. Say you want that one that ain't prejudiced to get an Indian from Jamaica to small islands, not Trinidad guy, any. You might have to clarify this for me. So K-Dot says, what do you think is the best solution for black men? Because I'm seeing them getting attacked everywhere. Black women are pro-white supremacy. No, that's what they practice. I've said it before. The sisterhood is a myth. Black women don't have a sisterhood. It's kind of like how they joke around about white supremacy, saying, well, there ain't no room full of white people conspiring against black men. There doesn't have to be a room full of anybody. It's a culture. The culture, creates the environment for individual people to follow a guideline for how they treat other people, right? Black women practice white supremacy. We see this shit online every day. They say things that dumb people say. They have sentiments for us that them people have. And unfortunately, some of y'all niggas practice white supremacy too. Unfortunately. We've all done bit the white supremacist apple. Their media is the strongest. They control all the lines of media, the lines of communication, this and that. They control what you see, negative on their end and positive on their end, and vice versa for you. So when you see yourself, you see a bunch of negative shit, and you probably grew up in some neighborhood that's fucked up. So you look at TV and you believe TV, and you figure, okay, this is how black people are living everywhere, and this is what black people are. And then you see dressed up, clean cut, with the moosed hair white folks, and you think that every white person is a member of the 1%. They're all billionaires. They all control shit. They own shit and this and that and the third. And that's the side that you think you need to play for. So for you post-racial motherfuckers, tell me who is like a black owner of an NFL team. Yeah. Waiting for a black football team owner is like waiting for a black James Bond. Right. And I'm independent. I ain't broke, Carlton. I ain't broke. There's a lot of broke nigga Republican. I know a lot of broke Republican niggas. Because they think being Republican is going to make them rich. Good luck. So, hold on. Another question. So you try to start some shit, John. How much for a feature on the Amiri Diss remix? I got the beat and hook ready. Yo, wildin'. So I'm gonna address this briefly. I don't want to make it a thing, right? It's been relatively quiet over there. Now, old boy has been doing a little bit of bullshit behind the scenes that he might not think, that whole Dennis thing. And I'm mad I said Dennis, but that whole thing was Amiri. I'm not stupid, right? So, all I'm saying is, I'm gonna say this: if weird shit keep happening on that end, then I'm gonna start doing weird shit. It's not what I want to do, but I got time. Bored as fuck. I got time for niggas. So again, ain't gonna be no more records. That shit is over. The fun and games is over. If niggas want to do shit, sabotage and shit, then I can do sabotage shit. It's very easy for me to do. Very easy. So if I see anything else weird come from that side of the fence, shout out to Chaos Rain, because I know he's in here. Shout out to Chaos. As long as nothing else weird happens, I'm good. I got other shit to do. Got some shit to attend in New York. I ain't got time for the bullshit. So, yeah, man. My man said The Rock owns the XFL. You would have to explain to me what that is, if not the NFL. Right? I don't really follow none of that shit, I'll be honest. All right. So, Couple more things, and then we out of here. Okay, from my experience, Colombia, Costa Rica, Philippines, and some parts of Central Asia is prime for black men to create a new culture and thrive. Yo, go do your motherfucking things. Yeah, all this arguing back and forth, Republican, Democrat, and this and that. Look, again, SYSBM, like I say all the time, is deeper than finding you a white girl or a non-black chick or whatever. It's about getting away from all this bullshit. Like I said, when I was there, I felt safe. I felt safer in other countries than I felt here. Them people, yo, as much as I watch like shit in, on Japanese movies, they talking about gaijin, yo, nobody made me feel no funny way in Japan. At least I didn't get that idea. Now, sometimes you can't tell an asshole from a racist, but nobody gave me no funny feelings. I didn't feel, I'm not saying it ain't no racism in Japan. I just didn't experience any in my short time there. Right? So, that's what it is. Janfar says Indians are generally anti-black because of the caste system. Understood. Absolutely. Colonialism and, what's his name? Gandhi was a racist piece of shit. Let's say that. Colonialism and white supremacy. Caribbean Indians duped the caste system. And the Jamaican and small island Indian ain't prejudiced. Yeah, but we know what the Indians, the Indians, weren't they colonized by Britain at one point? G. Warren says, what black person owns a public utility? Question, what are your thoughts on Pan-Africanism? Fuck that. Next question. And why does the black manosphere not heavily promote it? Because it's one-sided. If you want to talk about Pan-Africanism, talk to or follow BGS Itmore, follow the Green Gorilla channel. They speak on Pan-Africanism and they endorse it. I do not. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Now, if you want to, how can I say, go live in Africa, that's fine. If you want to be an expat in Africa, that's fine too. But that idea, like motherfuckers is gonna go over there and we all gonna hold hands, look up Liberia and see how that worked out. See what these countries are offering black Americans in terms of citizenship. And if we want to start businesses over there, and get back to me. And then you tell me, is there a sentiment for that to take place? I've read into this, man. I've had debates on it. We care more about being part of that because, again, black people are looking for a home. We are men and women without country. Understand that we've been removed from that so long. Not everybody over there, but a good amount of people over there do not regard us as what they are. Understand, those people over there got issues. Oh, the niggas over here ain't unified. The niggas over there ain't unified. They're separated over there. Look it up. I ain't got to make this up. Now, the man from China ain't gonna have to hop through the same hoops that you would going over there trying to do what he's doing. It's a dream. It's another dream that American black people are more invested in. They called Beyonce they labeled her with cultural appropriation for doing African shit in her performance. What does that tell you? I'm just saying, I don't have anything against people from the continent. But when I hear them talk, they sound like your man Carlton Banks, right? So again, I can rock with Africans, but I'm not going to pretend that they're my friends. Niggas need to stop looking for friends. Stop looking for friends, man. It took me to get older to look at school days in a different way. With Dean Brick, Brother Almighty, he said, you know, you talking about Africa, you don't know shit about Africa. Giancarlo Esposito, his character at the end of that movie, he was spitting facts. And when I was younger, I didn't get it. You understand? Now, again, look this stuff up. Look it up. Again, the Africans come across the same white supremacist media and shit that everybody else comes across. They see you the same as those people see you, as black women see you, as right wingers see you. You're the thug gangbanger. Then they'll come and bump your music and wear they hat backwards and sag their jeans like you. Whatever. We don't have any friends, but yo, man, check this out. We up here 3.5 hours, man. If there are no more questions, we gonna wrap this up. All right. It's probably some shit that I'm gonna be mad that I didn't mention, but I'm gonna be posting on my community tab. If you're not sub to the channel, sub to it. If you ain't hit that like button, hit the like. I appreciate all the super chats. Ain't no fucking super chats. I appreciate all the cash apps that done came through the night that serve as the missing super chats. I appreciate them. I do. Because I started to get disillusioned with this YouTube shit. But what I want to do is, for growth, I just want you guys' engagement. Whether you fuck with the community tab, whether you fuck with the likes, whether you fuck with sharing shit, whether you comment on videos, let YouTube know that they need to put me on the motherfucking feed to other people. So we said, why not? This shit isn't my Facebook is not private. So you should be able to. So, sorry, so, just hit it up, bro. Like either that or hit up the chill, man, chill. Look, man, Planet Fitness is a great place to go for beginners. All right, yo, hit me on Facebook. Is make a comment. If you can't make a comment, I want to say hit me on my inbox, or I don't know, because I don't know what nobody's names is on Facebook. But yo, let me know who you are. Go to the Keep It 100 page. I got a Keep It 100 page on Facebook, not just Marcus, but a Keep It 100 page on Facebook. Hit that up. You should be able to comment on that or send me an inbox on that so that I can see who you are, and then we'll take it from there. Yeah, the gym membership at Planet Fitness is $10 a month. Okay. And yeah, and they serve pizzas once a week and ice cream or some other shit. All right. So that's the answer to that question. And Chaos, I see you. My man says, Chaos says, I'm listening. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Is as long as no weird shit happen, I'm good. But if weird shit happen, I'm gonna get pissed off, and then I'm gonna do some weird shit. All right. My Instagram It's Keep It 100, but with 3 N's. 3 N's. All right, yeah, no judgment zone, right? 3 N's, Keep It 100 with 3 N's. Spelled the same way. The Cash App is scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Every video in the description has all my links. Every video has all my links in the description. I'm about to do some more t-shirts. These shits is gonna be some fly shit. Okay. My shirts is looking better than the shit that I've seen some other niggas do. Oh my god, niggas. Niggas. I ain't talking about Tito. Shout out to Tito because Tito do his t-shirt thing, man. Shout out to Tito. But I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about some other people. T-shirts is fucking terrible. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. This has been real. Yeah, man. Saturday Night Live. I'm back. I'm back in the country. I don't know where I'm going next. I got to renew my shit. Well, I'm going to New York next, but I don't, I'll probably go back to Japan. I like kicking it in Japan by myself. Solo mission, walking through that shit. That shit is like being in Manhattan, but it's cool. The only thing I don't like is that long ass flight. All right. So yeah, man. And my man says, what's the future for us black men? SYSBM. And that's the answer to that question. You know what I'm saying? Costa Rica, Belize, all that shit. My man is in Belize. So I'm definitely going to Belize. Vegas, I appreciate you. Vegas Dev. Yeah, man. And we out of here, man. I'm gonna have to do some shorts, man. Some shit that ain't gonna get me demonetized. And I'll, look out for that Patreon. I'm gonna be posting some things in the community tab. Just keep an eye on it if I don't say it in the video. All right. I'm gonna leave the D Hive alone, man. Cause the motherfuckers is deep. The D Hive, baby. All right, y'all. Let's bring some more people up in this discussion here, man. Spread the word, share the channel, share the videos, share some of these shorts. Peace out, y'all. If not next week, if not in New York, then I'll do a random. All right. Peace. 100. Later.